Realistically, I'm like, if my main boyfriend, you know the one, walked in, he would be kicked to the curb so fast.
Wait, if Clinton walked in, you wouldn't make out?
No.
Which one? You said main boyfriend.
No, I'm saying like my favorite boyfriend at the moment.
Welcome back to Just Trish. We're super excited for today's guest. I don't think she really needs an introduction at this point. She's just another co-host. Brooke Schofield is here.
Woo-hoo. I get so excited every time you ask me to come. I'm like, please.
Oh my, I was so excited. I literally DM'd you, I think like 2 days ago, and I was like, I know you're leaving for tour soon. You're like, yeah, I leave this Saturday. And I was like, oh my God. So you only had Thursday and Friday, maybe, because you said you were doing it. And I was like, can you come Thursday? You're like, absolutely. I was like, wow.
Duh. I'm like, I don't care what I'm doing.
Oh my God. I was so, because you're so busy. Oh, Oscar's here too. Oscar.
Hi, Oscar.
Where Brooke stands. I feel like there's, you know.
Yeah.
Were you supposed to work today and then you like took off or what? We don't have to say it if you don't want to.
I'm here.
God, I love you.
You know, it's like 7 o'clock at night.
Me too.
So we're so excited. I love first of all, the fit. We both try to guess what Brooke we're going for. I was thinking jumpsuit Brooke, but I guess it's not your era.
I wanted to wear I had a pink. I've been buying like pink clothes because I'm like, what if I have to go into church? But the shirt that I was wearing, it said the F word on the front, and I was like, I don't want to ruin their monetization.
What did it say? F what? Or just F?
It just said in a pink heart, and it was
That's kind of cute. What is that? What is that?
It's a brand called Blondita Shop.
Okay.
But I was like, yeah, it's probably not the best to wear.
I thought you were going to say FAG for a second. I was like,
that's
kind of fierce. That's so fierce if you did.
Right, that's everything.
Yeah, I try to stay away from that one.
Yeah, I know. I never know what's like. I know some people like use it now, and I'm like, I don't know if we can use it. Like, I don't think we're allowed to. Maybe.
I think there's like a recruitment process. Like, you have to like go through the steps, and then you can say
I'll
it.
say you guys can say it.
Oh,
sure.
Oh, you gave us a pass.
Yeah.
Isn't there a cuter way of saying instead of F hag? There's like a cuter way now of saying it, right?
Like what?
I don't know. I thought there was like fruit fly or something.
Fruit? That's the first time I've heard of that.
Wait, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought there was like a cuter name. I don't know. Anyways, you look great, and I love the accessories. We're both wearing sunglasses on our head. I remember last canceled, you had them, and they were like falling off, but then you kept putting them on, and I was like, ooh, this is like an accessory, and I was like, I like it.
I know. I had to get tighter ones because I don't have contrary to popular belief, I don't have a very big head.
Wait, people think you have a big head?
Oh, everybody calls me
Really?
Bobblehead Brooke.
Wait, what?
You do.
This is breaking news.
No, they do. And there's a video going viral right now that's like, some people are not supposed to lose weight because you look like a bobblehead, and I'm getting tagged in it like over and over again. I'm like, I hate you guys.
You don't have a bobblehead. I know what they're talking about.
I mean, like trying to put it behind me.
First of all, bobblehead would be everything. That's such a slay.
That's what we want.
I know my goals, but I
Yeah.
really don't have a big head. I think I don't know. I think I have a long head, but that's
No, I don't
fun.
think you do. That's so funny people say that. The things that people come up with, like you can have the most perfect body and people are like, you got a bobblehead though. It's
I'm like, damn.
yeah, you can't win with anyone. So the sunglasses and then the necklace is,
Amazon.
what is it?
I don't know.
It's so cute.
I think it has a leaf. Oh, it has a bee.
bee
A
for,
bumblebee.
a bumblebee. Because you have a necklace too. I was like, how did you know she was going to wear a necklace?
I just had a feeling. I was like, I need a silver necklace. Mine is a Taylor Swift one though, but it's the only silver necklace I had.
We match because is it a heart?
Yeah.
I have my
my
heart earrings because I thought I had
We're
to be girly
very-
because I'm coming on Just
I
Trish.
love it. I was like, we're all trying to match. And then you went shopping for a whole new outfit. You went to
Yes.
Aritzia and Aloe.
I went to Aritzia first.
Shout out Aloe. Are we sponsored by Aloe? Are you sponsored?
I'm getting in with Aloe these days. I'm like, I've said it on this before. All I wanted to do in life was work with Aloe, and now I'm going there every day.
Literally every day.
Are they paying? They should pay you because we're like obsessed with Aloe and I don't even fit their clothes. And I love them.
You know what? I think they should pay me too soon. But so long as they're letting me come there and utilize it's so amazing. Like you get to go and like you can do whatever recovery you want, and ice baths and saunas and work out.
What's recovery? What does that mean?
Like after you work out, like if you do like a cold plunge or cryo or whatever, it's like supposed to make you like recover.
What does it do? Like, do you know cryo cold plunge?
Gun to my head.
You have no idea. Do you do it?
I do it all the time.
Both? Mm-hmm. And what is it? You just go into freezing water.
Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to just make you like euphoric and like just feel a lot better. And then you burn more calories all throughout the day because your body's like trying to heat up.
Oh my gosh, really? I never heard. I knew that. I went to make a trainer's house. Her backyard, she has one. She has like a plunge pool in her
she's
backyard.
so rich.
She is. Her house is like crazy bougie. She doesn't even show like the bougie part of it. And I was like, her house is insane. Have you been on her podcast? Oh, it's like out of her house and it's like the craziest house you've ever seen. I'm like, oh my God, this is everything.
God, you don't really think about like she has so many huge songs.
Yeah. And still on TikTok, like everything with Jason Derulo, like just every superstar.
And she writes for a lot of other people. Like I forgot she did that Jennifer Lopez song.
Which one?
I ain't your mama.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was like when J-Lo was like liked. Yeah. People like
She
her.
is cracking me. I am so into that right now. I think
She
it's the
should go on
funniest
Cancel.
thing
J-Lo?
ever.
That would be everything. Her on Cancel. That makes sense.
She would never. She probably is like, ew, what is
I
that?
don't think so. I feel like she's like boots on the ground right now. I feel like she'll like go anywhere. Not to say the Cancel's not popping, but I'm sure she
Like,
would.
this reminds me of my time in the Bronx.
Her hair is, I mean, she's funny. I think she's funny. I think it's camp at this point, right?
It's
like, it's kind of cute.
hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's adorable.
It comes around. We both have bad J-Lo experiences, so that's like really tainted our view of her. But it's kind of coming around, right?
I don't know if I've
forget.
ever met someone with a good J-Lo
That's true.
experience.
That's the thing. That is the thing with everybody.
Come forward.
Right. If you liked working with J-Lo. I forget, though. I forget any bad, and I'm just like, I don't know. When someone gets so canceled and they just are so like Delulu, I kind of love them again. I'm like, okay. It's like
JoJo. It's
JoJo.
happening. I know. Like I'm yeah, that's the thing. I'm into it now. I'm like, okay, shit. Who else? Someone else is doing that where not canceled, but like, do you guys know like Nara Smith, the TikToker?
Oh,
Yes.
People are
We
like,
love.
it's so funny because people hated on her so much, and it's like, but now everybody's so into it because it's like we didn't realize like it's actually just her being funny.
Right. That's so interesting because it's like, is it a character or is it real? And it's like, kind of seems.
I saw someone unpack it the other day. They were just saying like she saw how much people like fought her over it and like were hating on her for it, that she just used the same formula over and over
Did
and
more
over
of
again.
it.
Like I made my kids wait 12 hours to eat their PB&J.
Right. That makes sense. Because I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, that's like wild. But then I'm like, okay, she probably actually doesn't do that. She probably actually doesn't even like, maybe she does know how to cook, but we always say like there's probably like a sous chef or something that's like preparing it for her and stuff.
God, I can't make anything.
No, same. Could you imagine like we should try it one day though, making like homemade peanut butter and jelly, like nuts
We
and stuff.
should.
Oh my, we got to eat the bulldog.
Oh my God.
What
But
is it?
you know, I almost brought you some, but then I was like, I think it would literally like do something horrible to a baby.
Oh, really? Is it not good for?
It's just is so spicy and like it has to be like radioactive in some way. Like
Because of the microwave or because of the noodles?
because of it just is like, I don't know. It has to be just so unhealthy. And there's like 2,000 grams of sodium in
Oh
it.
my God,
But
yeah.
it's so good, and I've been eating it so much
Probably
that
would
it's
kill
not
me.
even okay.
Not even the baby. I'd probably just fall over.
But-
Is it pink?
It's pink. That's
Okay,
why I was like, oh my God, how cute.
That would be really cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Do you still vlog on your main channel?
I do, but I've been doing really badly. I'm going to have to get an editor because I just like,
The editing helps so much.
it just is hard because it's like every time I have a video edited, I'm like, I hate this. And then I just want to change the whole thing.
You edited it right now yourself. Yeah, we should do a bulldog mukbang.
Oh my God, I would love
We have to do it. I miss doing mukbang. I guess maybe after my birth, because I don't know, the baby just comes out like extra early because it's spicy.
Seriously, isn't that like how you get like induced labor?
Yeah.
Spicy food,
They
right?
say that. I've been eating spicy all week and it's like not happening. I feel like she's coming like tomorrow. That's why I'm like literally just like, okay, I got to get everything done in the next week. But yeah, they say spicy does it. We'll see. I eat a lot of
my
spicy
God.
food. Okay, let's talk about Coachella. First of all, I also love that your hair's down. I was trying to figure out.
I tried to cheat because I think about like what I've done in the last. I did straight on my first episode. I did up on my second, and now I have my hair.
Because I seen you doing the waves and I was like, oh, I remember last time I was like, your hair is like so beautiful and so gorgeous.
Thank you.
I like it down. Who knew? You always wore it up. And now
I
it's
know,
like.
and I don't know what it was. Because I feel so much more comfortable with my hair up because I always know what it looks like.
Smart.
And like it can't really change because it's just up.
Yeah.
But when it's down, and like it can look horrible. It can be like sideways, backwards.
yours never looks horrible.
But well, that's what the glasses are for
the way
because
it's
it's out of my face, so I don't have to like touch it. And,
is
like,
that why you do it? Because I saw
Yeah.
you readjust them before
I don't
we
even.
started.
I hate wearing sunglasses. I don't like to see in the dark. I never ever wear sunglasses. If you see me doing it, I'm faking it.
Do you pull them down when you drive?
No, because
Yeah,
I
I don't
can't
either.
see.
I'm the same way. Oh yeah, you wear no contacts either, right? And why don't you?
I don't. I have perfect vision.
I just that you can't see.
No, I can't see with
Oh,
sunglasses
is that
in the
on.
dark.
I can't see with
you have
sunglasses on. It
perfect
just
vision.
feels so dark. I'm like, God, what happened to the world?
That's interesting, but when you put them down, I don't know. People drive with sunglasses. I don't know how they do it.
Well, that's how you avoid like the little crow's feet. Because I'm probably like,
Wait, where's the crow's feet? The one on this side? Like the
yeah.
wrinkles?
Well, I don't have any
How
now,
do you
but
see them if you have them? I definitely have them on my forehead, but
you don't have them.
I feel like I must. I haven't gotten Botox in like 9 months.
That's so amazing. I kind of want to take some out of my not take some out, but I kind of want to like
Let it fade away. whatever.
let it fade in my forehead because I have no emotions right now. I'm like, oh my God.
I think that's fierce though. That's
It
what
is.
I want.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't put enough in me. Like I really want to just be like one.
Pumped.
Yeah.
And then have the eyes.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing all these people with like super expressive faces, and I get really jealous because I'm like, wow.
Yours though, you're good at expressing because you can like still cry. And if you see the tears, it doesn't matter what the rest are doing. You know what I mean?
But it's so funny because it just like all of a sudden I'm just sobbing.
I noticed that earlier though, because when we were talking about something sad right before this, you were like tearing up, and I was just like, "But you're such a pretty crier because you're not doing this like weird, ugly
I've
like
had
crying
so
face."
much practice.
You were like just tearing up and just like the eyes were just glistening and they weren't coming down your face.
I know, because I try. So I'm so off. Like so many times in a day, I have to like stop myself from crying. So I just.
Why? You've been saying that. You said like recently you've been in a crying era.
I'm just like so emotional. Not even necessarily bad things, but I get so overwhelmed that I just cry.
Interesting. Like good, happy too.
Mm-hmm. Just all of it. You know when you see like videos of babies like hearing a song for the first time and they just like are so overwhelmed? That's like me all the time.
Oh my gosh.
That's so cute.
That is cute. What is the last thing you cried at?
Well, I ran over a bird on the way here.
Oh yeah. That was sad. It was
And
like
then-
a squirrel too, right?
Yeah.
Or the squirrel got away.
Almost the squirrel was spared, but
Did you see the bird? Did you know maybe the bird's still alive?
the bird is not still. I
Wait,
saw it in my
what?
rear view. I go.
But you said it fell, so maybe it just
fell
wanted
out
to
of
end
it was like someone shot it down. It literally like
Maybe it was already falling.
I think it was,
Yeah.
but then it just was not.
I think it was S word. What's S word idol? What suicidal?
What is it? Unalive. Oh, right. Unalive prone.
Yeah. And then yesterday I was just crying the whole day because I'm like, I just have so many things that I'm supposed to be doing and I can't do any of it. And I'm like,
Like stuff before you leave for tour. Like you're just like, I have to
Yeah.
get all this done and I can't. So you just like are stuck.
yeah, it just is
I
so
do that
crazy. Like
too.
I was like so excited to come home because I'm like, I'm going to be able to relax. And it's like, I was less stressed on tour because I'm like, now I have all these things that I have to make up for and do that I didn't do or I'm not going to be able to do.
Yeah. What did you have to do yesterday that you're just like, I can't, I'm overwhelmed?
Oh, just all my videos, all my like partnerships and stuff. Like, and it's so easy. It's not like hard work, but it's just like, I just am so bad at doing tasks.
Partnerships are actually like, there's so many guidelines. I just got one the other day that literally had like 7 pages of like little small text of like this, don't do this, don't do this, do this. It's actually like, it's not hard work, but it's like, it's kind of
dumb it
complicated.
down.
It can be
Sure.
tedious. And I spent like so long on these videos the other day. Like I tried to knock them all out in one day and they're all in my TikTok drafts and then I get my phone stolen. And you know, when you re-download TikTok,
yeah.
they're all gone.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and did you have any brand deals in those drafts?
all of them. Literally like 4 videos. And so I'm like, oh my God. See you later.
That's my worst fear. That happened. We couldn't find my phone either, and I was like, I had like 2 brand deals, and I like couldn't get the footage back. But I'm like, finally, we found my phone. But that is the absolute worst.
Yeah, I didn't. I like wasn't even stressed about it because I'm like, whatever, you can get a new phone. And then just yesterday, I noticed the thing, and I was like, oh my God.
You're like the brand queen. You're like the sponsorship queen. You're always
I'm trying to do as
sponsored.
many as I can before they go away.
No,
because-
they'll never go away. I don't think they're ever gonna go away. I think you're gonna be like 40. You're gonna be like Brooke Shields. Well, she's like 50, like Brooke Shields. Just getting like Jean Campaign, Revolve, Aloe,
God, I
White
hope
Fox.
so.
You are very influential. Like I went to Aloe just for you yesterday. I couldn't buy anything, and I was like, "Girl, this hat was $68."
It is really like
The hat is
really
$68?
overpriced.
Yeah, I almost fell to my knees. I'm not gonna lie. Like I got nauseous, but I was like, "Oh, but it's for Brooke," and I was like, "Let me just look for something else." And
It
then
is. I
we got
just
to this, but-
like something mentally. I know if I spend the money on it, I'll wear it all the time.
Yeah.
And like I'm weird about like if I buy something that is like super inexpensive, like something from Shein, I won't want to wear it because I'm like,
That's true.
this
You
is
just know it's gonna be thrown away. You should have gotten the hat. You wear hats all the time. I feel
I
sad
know.
now.
I know.
I always I girl math it. I'm like, okay, if I wear it X amount of times, it's only 10 cents a day.
But at least you go to the Aloe gym, so you have an excuse. Like if I was going to the Aloe gym every day, I'd be like, "Well, I have to buy the Aloe. I have to invest."
right.
Well, that's the thing. So they gift a lot. Every time they get like a new color or something, they'll send you home with like with all of it.
my
It's amazing. So like, but then my girl math is like, okay, they gave me 2 free outfits today, so I can go buy 2 outfits, and now everything was 50% off.
Oh my God, that's actually
That's
everything.
tea, actually, yeah.
That's so smart on their part. They're giving you free clothes and you're still buying. You're like, you know what? Thank you. Now I can go buy some clothes too. That's so smart.
Because I want it all.
I feel the same way. Shout out Fashion Nova. I get free clothes from them now, but I still buy clothes too because I'm always just like, oh, I need the clothes tomorrow or something.
Yeah,
So-
that's how I am with Revolve. It's so quick that it comes in, like immediately, and I'm like, oh,
Do you get sponsored by Revolve?
I get like gifted by Revolve.
Wow. Aloe's where it's at though. Shout out Aloe. Once I'm done with this baby, I'm gonna get in an Aloe size large. We're gonna go to that gym.
Yeah, you're gonna see us.
I would love it so, you guys, it's so fun. And it's like, honestly, it's more so the social experience because like,
Yeah, of course.
it's been so long since like I've been able to meet new people. I never meet new people doing the job that we do because it's like where.
Canceled? Well, they could come on the podcast.
Well, yeah, but like Aloe is every day. It's like all these new people, and it's like
True.
good people. It's not like meeting people at the club. It's like
Yeah.
people who are into the same things as me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like socially, I feel like I'm making all these friends now, and it's fun.
Wait, so there's more than I would just think it's like just you and like Octopus there, and then like that's it. Like you know what I mean? Just for the private session.
Sometimes it's been like, well, so if we like him and I are doing Pilates, then some other people are getting like trained, and then all the people who work there are like now my friends now. So I get there early to gossip,
Oh my gosh.
and it's just fun.
Would you say you have a trainer that trained Harry Styles there?
Yeah,
We love Harry Styles. He's my new obsession right now.
he is everything.
The
You know
trainer
that
Harry
him and I are
Styles.
separated at birth.
Wait, who?
Harry and I.
Wait, why?
If you were to like,
Same day?
No, if you see our baby photos side by, I made a TikTok about it and it
Really?
went so crazy because we are identical babies. It was
Wait,
crazy.
really?
I'm like, maybe he's my brother,
Are
but
you
I
guys
hope
born
he's
the
not.
same year? I love Harry. I'm like down the Harry rabbit hole. Are you guys born the same year?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was like, maybe it's a possibility.
But I was kind of late to the Harry game too, and now I'm like, oh my god.
What made you fall in love with him?
I don't know. I think when everyone's in love with somebody, I like to do it too.
I'm the same way, but I couldn't be like that with Harry. I was like, I don't get this. Like, I never got it when everyone went to LA. I was like, I don't get this at all. And then mine was "Don't Worry, Darling." I was kind of like, oh, okay, he's
That was really great.
Kinda hot.
I feel that way about Justin Bieber. Like, I've never been a believer, really.
And now you are?
No,
Same, yeah.
I'm a Haley believer. Like, I love Haley.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Yeah. I think
Love.
Haley's more interesting to me than Justin. I don't know why.
I
like
just think
her.
she's so like bright. Like, she's so happy.
Yeah. And Rose is kind of slaying, honestly.
Right. Everyone has those phone case. Do you have the
Yeah.
phone case, the Rode one with the lip
I want
gloss?
it so bad. Haley, please.
Me too. It's been sold out for a long time. We all want it.
I
Times 3.
saw her this weekend a few times, and she looked amazing.
Do you go up to her? Like, will you go up to celebrities?
I don't go up to her. I'm scared of her.
Wait, really? I know
Oh,
she'd be so
yeah.
nice. And you kind of look like her.
I met her a couple times at Catch, and she was so sweet. That's what I was so upset when that video went viral of her being like rude to servers and stuff because she was so sweet. I was like, there's no way.
Wait, what video?
There was like she had like a whole scandal where everybody was like Hailey Bieber's mean to service people.
But was there video footage of it?
No,
or
a
they're just
girl
saying
made a
she-
video and said she had a bad experience, but I was like, that's kind of hard. I don't know. I probably so many people have had bad experiences with me in the service place. Well, but I was the service worker.
You were the problem in it.
I'm like, your table's not fucking ready.
Were you that server?
100%. I was in a server. I was a hostess, but I'd be like, well, do you think it's ready? Did I call your name?
Because you were at Catch, so that's like people being just extra bougie, and then you have to be like, yeah, assertive back.
Yeah, but I'm out of that phase. I actually went there last night.
Catch, is it Catch or Catch Steak that you worked at?
I worked at Catch.
And Catch Steak is where down or up across the street. Is it two separate, right?
I don't know. I'm directionally like really stupid.
But it's two separate things,
Yeah,
right?
two
Okay,
separate
that's
things.
what I was confused. Everyone's like, no, you have to go to Catch Steak, and I'm like, okay,
You
which
would
one is
love
that?
it is great. It's more like decadent foods. Like it's like a lot of pastas and potatoes, and it's just it is really good.
We gotta go. We never go to Hollywood, but we should go there. I love Catch though. I do love Catch because they have didn't they have like a donut
Donut wheel. I had it
Yeah.
last night. It was so good.
Oh, you went? Who'd you go with?
It was my friend Brooke's birthday, so
You guys have so many friends. Like every time I go on a story, it's always like, "Happy birthday to my best friend. I love you so." Like both you and Tana. I love you so much. I don't know what I would do without you. I was like, "Oh my god, you have so many friends." I love that.
I'm trying so hard to make like new friends right now. It's fun.
Do you want new friends?
Uh-huh.
I love that. I love that for you. So that's why you're at Aloe. Making
I'm,
aloe friends.
I'm not kidding, and I'm collecting them like stones. I'm not kidding. I just manifested a friend. And I made so many videos about her and talked about her so many times, and I'm like, I love her so much. I want to be her friend so bad.
Wait,
and then I met her at Aloe, and now she's my
Oh
friend.
yeah.
Who is it?
Madeline RG.
Wait, is she someone that's known or just a random person?
She is known. She's from London, but she's a huge influencer.
Oh, okay.
She's so smart. Like she makes videos just talking to her camera the same way I do, except hers are like eloquent and like she's
British.
She's just better, like well spoken and so smart, so funny. And I was obsessed with her. And I was like, I'm never gonna meet her. She lives in London. And then one day she's in my Pilates class. I'm like,
Wow. And now you're friends?
we did all of Coachella together. I'm like obsessed with her. And so now I'm like, great, I can manifest friends. I'm like, next,
Who?
Devin Lee Carlson.
Oh my! I love all these people you know. Are they like influencers?
I just like I have people that I want to be friends with. I manifested you.
Really? Oh my
100%.
God.
I said a million times how much I loved you, and now I'm your friend.
Now we're besties. You and Tanner are like my only besties. And Holly. I manifested Holly too. I feel like you can manifest
Holly's
friends.
so
yeah.
cute. I've never met
She's-
her still in person.
She always says we need to do like a cosplay. She wants to do like Beauty and the Beast. I think in the episode that we just did with her, she's like, we should do the Beauty and the Beast, and Brooke should be Belle. And there's like
Oh my
3
God, I would
blondes.
love
Yeah.
to.
I'm like, where would we go? She was just take pictures. I'm like, I love that.
She's so cute, and
Yeah.
I just looked up to her so much. I'm like, I can't believe it.
No, I feel like manifesting people are so real. I think it works like with friendships more than like relationships, but I think you
Yeah,
manifest
I'm
relationships.
not good at manifesting a relationship. That's for sure.
Oh, so she was at Aloe. Okay, so Aloe's the place to go. We really need to get there.
Yeah.
Is Jake
It's-
Shane your bestie though?
I love him so much, but I just made a joke about this. He's like auditioning workout partners. He has
Oh.
like,
A rotation.
so Tate McRae is like the one who he always works out with Tate, and obviously
Oh.
she's just like,
Yeah.
she's Tate McRae, but she's on tour. So I'm like,
you're the backup.
So I'm like, who's gonna fill her spot? And I was so excited because he invited me to work out, and I worked out, and I was like doing the most to try and like win him over. And I was like, I nailed it. I left the next day. He's working out with Olivia Jade. I'm like,
Wow.
He's two-timing me.
Did he say he's like auditioning?
No, it was just funny because she's like, oh, I just worked out with Jake too. And I'm like jealous. Like he's my boyfriend.
I know. I would get like that too. I would love to work out. Jake, if you need a workout partner.
Can you imagine?
I just don't think I could keep up. I feel like I want to do like workout dates and stuff like that, but I just like feel like, what if you can't keep up? Like when people want to talk to you and you can't like breathe, like how would you do it?
I have the hardest time with that. Like when I do Pilates in particular, the instructor, she's always like, so how's your day and stuff. I'm like, girl, I can't talk.
Do you try?
I try.
feel like you're in good shape. I feel like you're in such good shape.
I try. I'm getting better, but
it's hard.
You have abs now and everything, which is just like,
thank you. I've been working really hard.
I feel like but you get them easy, you said, right? Like you're like, I can get abs in 2 days.
Well, I always like growing up, I always like, because I was a dancer, but
they just
Can you
come
do like
naturally.
backflips and stuff yet? That was the last thing you said here was that was going to be your goal. Was
Oh, yeah.
to be a gymnast.
oh, I don't think I've, no, I can't.
You didn't do it?
No, but.
Because you were doing adult horse riding.
Well, now, I guess now I'm in better shape, so I probably could. I just figured if I like tried to do adult gymnastics at the point that my body was at that time, I would have 100% died.
You would be so good at it. Do you know where to go for it?
No, I just Googled like adult gymnastics. I need someone who will do it with me. Like I know Amari will do it with me.
Oh my, because he does like dance and stuff too, right?
And I could I figure like I'll be able to, because I always could tumble and stuff. So I figure,
Yeah, you would.
how hard can it be?
it.
But I'm like, I am about to be 28. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to be flipping anymore.
Oh my! But no, you're 28's a little bit. You're November, right?
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be like, when's your birthday? I was like, oh, I remember the Bronco. We remember the birthdays. We're gonna be at your birthday party this year.
Yay!
Did you do one last year? I know it was like a thing.
I didn't. I just went to the ranch and
Up here. Oh my gosh! So you're still horse riding?
I am.
I love
Although
that.
I'm not very good at it. I think I give up because I keep trying to go faster and I'm so scared that I can't.
I feel like horse riding would not be my thing. I don't think that would be.
It's terrifying.
I also think I would break the horse. Like I feel like the horse would like fall. I feel like there's a weight limit to horses.
That is absolutely not true.
That's
Do you see
so
the one,
true. Could you imagine 250 pounds on a horse? That poor horse.
Do you see what they pull on like in carriages and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
They'll pull like 60 people.
But don't they like
And horsepower, like I mean that's like it's a horse.
car? I kind of live for that. I love that you're still doing that. That's kind of everything.
I just love to be like outside right now because it's getting warmer.
It's getting nice. I'm an indoor cat for the most part. I love to be indoor because I just get hot. I just get so hot. Like Coachella, which maybe we should talk about. Was there anything about Aloe though? I feel like we want to know so much tea about Aloe, and I'm so curious.
it's so
Your hot
fun.
trainer.
It's so exciting because it's like you'll go in sometime like and you never know who you're gonna see. Like it'll be. I was obsessed with Vampire Diaries, and I keep having Nina Dobrev there, and I'm like,
Oh. I like the guy. What was the guy that's like short, but he's kind of mean to people?
Ian Somerhalder?
Yeah, I like him. Have you seen him?
no, but I would die, Damon Salvatore.
I need to watch that show. Have you?
You never watched it?
No. What is it? Vampire Diaries?
Yeah.
It was that's my comfort show. Every time I like go
Really?
through a breakup or something, I return to that because I'll fall so in love with Damon that I am
don't care
over the
about-
man that I'm worried about.
Oh, really? When's the last time you watched that one?
You're like what? Recently.
Vampire Diaries. I actually should get into it. I like vampires, but I haven't seen the show.
It's so good. You would love it.
When you go to Aloe, you said recently about a hot trainer. Do you still see him? Like, does he ever see those TikToks and like, oh my God, you're talking about me?
Yes, he showed everybody. I was so mortified. And I like went out with all the Aloe people the next night and he was like sitting across from me and I just had to like swallow it. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Did you say that?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, sorry I made that video about you. He's like, oh my God, haha, it's funny.
Was he into it though? Like,
Yeah.
I think he loved it. I think he thinks it's funny because like who doesn't want to get called hot?
that's, yeah.
Yeah, I never know. I never know if you're like think no one will ever see it. You know, sometimes I do TikToks. I think, oh, no one's gonna see this. But I wonder if you know, and you're like, okay, I'm glad he knows. Or
I struggle with that, like realizing there are consequences to your actions.
Yeah.
Like, you will see these people again.
I'm learning that too, just in general. I'm always just like, oh my God, I forget of people who are friends with certain people and stuff like that. I'm just like, I need to stop talking about people, but that's literally all we do. So it's never serious.
It's our job,
though.
and it keeps the lights on, and everything's fine.
You guys have such a good setup though, where it's like it's really not too drama based. Sometimes it can be drama, but I feel like the podcast in general is just like your lives. It's your own drama.
Yeah, I try to avoid everyone else's, but sometimes I want to dabble.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
I like talking about other people's.
Same.
Me
Well,
too. I love in my personal life. I'm like, what's going on?
I know. Like when you get here, and I'm just like, okay, I need to know the tea. We don't talk about this on the podcast, but I need to know all of this, which would be such a great podcast to just be fully real. But you know,
I know we
think
would be
it's-
ruined so quickly.
Yeah, I think I always tell people, I'm like, just gossip behind someone's back. Like, I don't know, it's better. It's
It
better
is
than
more polite, yeah.
right.
It
Like when
is.
people are like, say it to my face, it's just like, no.
I don't want to know. Also,
Me
in the
neither.
same way, I don't want, like, when my friends tell me, like, oh, this person said this about you, I'm like, why'd you tell me that?
That's the worst. That's what I struggle with is when someone's like, this person hates you. I'm like, why would you tell me that? That's
Yeah,
like,
I had a friend like that growing up. She'd always be like, this person said you were annoying. And then it's like,
yeah.
like, now I'm going to think about it for the rest of my life.
You know what? Those are kind of toxic friends. I used to have friends like all in my 20s that would tell me like stuff people would say about me. And I'm like, that just made me feel horrible. Like,
yeah, I just wouldn't do it to somebody else. I would never be like, yeah, this person said you're ugly. Like,
right.
it doesn't come to my mind ever.
No, they'll eventually find out if that person sucks or not. But
yeah,
I think that, well, that's a good format.
Do you ever feel like you have to date for the plot though? Because that's what I was wondering. Like, if I were you and I had access to so many hot men, I would like degaff and just date, just have a story to tell.
I don't think I have the access that you think I do. Well, I just also don't have the like willingness. Like, I don't want to go out and like go on dates and stuff. But I do sometimes like get nervous because I'm like, if I don't have stories to tell, the people are bored. And it's true because people are like this. They're so boring now and stuff. But it's hard because I'm like, what do you? I have to self-destruct to entertain you guys, and I can't like.
That is hard.
And so that's when we start having to dabble in other people's dramas.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've got nothing of my own. Like, I'm pulling teeth here.
It's so real though. Like, I always felt like that too. If I'm not a mess, like, who's gonna watch? You know
I know.
what I
And when
mean?
you're happy, no one wants to hear about that.
But you guys are like killing it more than ever. Like, I don't really check views, but I check your views, and you always get 1 million per episode. Like, that's like more than like anybody right now. Like, it's like actually popping so much.
That is crazy. I've been trying to avoid, like, I'm avoiding all Reddit, all comments, everything, because it's been so good for me. I've like really been good at it.
That's the best when you like don't read. I never go on Reddit. I went on your guys' Reddit right before Tana came on just to see, and I was like, even other people's Reddits I don't love. I'm kind of like, they're not even that mean, obviously, and I wouldn't tell you if they were, but they weren't that mean, and I was just like, God, this is kind of like weird. I don't know, just too much. I guess it's good. I guess it's like why people watch it, but it's just like a lot.
Well, I was telling, like, Jake was talking about this the other day, Jake Shane. He was saying like, he also has like snark pages on Reddit and stuff too. But I'm like, Tana always tells me like, if it hasn't made it to the real internet, like, and it's limited there, then it doesn't matter. And that's so true. Like, all the horrible things that people say on Reddit, no one's saying on TikTok, no one's saying on anywhere else. And I'm like, they probably will now, but
no. But you're right. If it's not on your FYP over and over again, then you know that's how I feel.
It's not an issue.
Yeah, that's why I don't check anything. I'm like, if I see it, it'll come on my For You page enough times. So I was like,
right,
it's the easier way to go. But yeah, the dating though, I just feel like your dating life is so interesting. I always say this, and I know you like hate talking about it, but like all the guys you get, I'm just like, damn, I would be dating everybody.
But that it's like, it's just because they give me attention for 1 second. None of those guys are dating me. You know what I mean?
That one I love, dating for the plot. I want you to date him for the plot. Everyone wants to know. Everyone's like so curious.
I know, and everybody's like, I love seeing like all the speculation about like who it is.
They're
it's
so
hilarious.
and it's such a variety too.
I like it because some of the people they think like it is. I'm like, you think I could do that?
It's like Brad Pitt.
I know,
A lot of
seriously.
people think Zac Efron.
Yeah.
But
I'm
who
like,
knows?
it is.
We don't
I just can't confirm or deny.
Can't confirm. Oh my God. If it was Zac Efron, I would like literally scream it. I would
First
be
of
like,
all, I would not be rolling my eyes at a text from Zac Efron at all. In fact, Zac Efron, if you are listening,
do you love him?
I love him.
He's my favorite, actually. He's my all-time favorite. And so many people that come on here have like a Zac Efron hookup story. And I was just like,
Really?
yeah, so many girls are like, yeah, like
I have a friend who dabbled in it, but
God, everyone gets to dabble with it. I'm so jealous. It never happened.
I would do anything.
Oh my God.
Well, just like to fulfill like my childhood
yeah.
like situation.
Manifest that.
I
I'll
know.
manifest it. And this is the time to manifest. I think April 20th is coming up, and that's like the manifestation day.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I need to write that down.
Oh my God. I would actually gag. Oh my God. That'd be everything.
Ugh,
He comes
so
uncanceled.
could you imagine? Yeah, I just like, I never close. And I also like, I don't like to go on dates because it makes me so nervous that like I can't really do much with it.
It's just a matter of perspective because to us, you're like the ultimate like cool, hot it girl. And I think you just have to go in with the power that like, I don't care like what happens after this date because I know I can have 100 other guys after you.
I try to feel that way. I have been better about that though because I've been feeling like good about myself, and it's easier now like to see. Like when a guy rejects me, I'm like grossed out by him. I'm like bad taste.
Yeah, that's so good.
Because I'm just feeling like good, and so I'm like, ew, like what?
That's
hello,
the confidence.
what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what everyone needs for sure. And like you are really that girl. Like you're making like so much money now, and you look so good, and it's like all this stuff is happening. So it's like, yeah, that confidence is like so key.
But then I'm like, God, like even then, I'm like, you don't want me seriously?
Yeah, no,
but I only will like the guys who don't. It's like there's probably guys who do, but
Oh yeah, there's guys that would like kill themselves
Yeah.
to date you 100%.
but I don't want them. I want the guy
No.
who doesn't even know what I do for a living.
But those guys I always feel like are like, the insecure ones though. You know what I mean? The ones that like don't because they just can't see, or they just have a totally different type. Sometimes you see someone and you're like, oh my God, I was like not even their type or something, you know?
Yeah, I feel that way. Like there's a lot of guys who are like perfect in every way, and I'm just like,
Yeah. Like, I don't get it.
Do you know Ted Nivison?
No, I think you sent me. I looked him up when you sent me that his Instagram.
I said you should date him. I've been on a high,
Wait,
high
who
lately.
is he?
He's a YouTuber, comedian, filmmaker.
He's coming on
director.
tomorrow.
Yeah, he's coming tomorrow. He's my straight boy crush. So I'm like, if I can get him, Brooke.
Oh my God, I love that. That
He's
is such
so
an
cute.
honor.
He's a big influence. Did you look at him or did you check him out?
I didn't really look. I just like I was like going through and I have a whole thing right now where I'm avoiding everything.
Maybe your type. I think. Well, he's my type, and every guy that you've said that you've like dated besides Clinton, I'm like, oh, so hot, you know. So I feel like if I like him, you might like him. He's tall. He wears glasses. He's like a comedian. So I'm like, oh, you like comedians? So.
I think I might be out of
Out of
that
the comedian.
phase.
Well, he's also a YouTuber, so
Well,
we'll get it.
I'm trying to get out of the entertainers. Because I'm like,
Wait, what? Out of entertainment completely?
well, I mean,
What? No.
not forever, but like I'm not having any luck with entertainers, and there's like kind of a common theme with them. It's like the ego, but then I'm like, what am I? I mean, I have the same job, kind of.
Yeah, I feel like you need someone that would understand what your job is, especially yours, because you're so like you're so like influencer in like the best way possible. Like you and Tanner are like influencers,
but that is unattractive to a lot of people. I don't think I would want to be with a male influencer. You know what I mean?
He's not like other influencers. He's like cool. He barely posts, but every time he posts, he gets like millions of views.
Yeah.
It's like he's just very like.
Well, I'll have to
relaxed
check
about
him
it.
out.
Yeah, we'll chat with him tomorrow and see. We'll pick it up. Yeah.
He just like goes to all the rainforest cafes in the country or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
I love
that,
him.
or McDonald's
Yeah,
or
set
something.
it up. That's the dream.
It is, yeah. God, I don't even know influencer wise. I don't know who your match would be, but if Jake
Hopefully
Shane
no
was
one.
straight, maybe.
Oh my God, I love him so much. I have a lot of like, I have a thing too where I'm like attracted to so many gay people, and it's like
Same.
like Conan Gray.
Who's Conan
so
Gray?
I have such a huge crush on Conan Gray.
Wait, how have we not talked about him? Who's Conan Gray?
He's a singer.
He's a singer. He's like best friends with Olivia Rodrigo, and he has like he's really great music and stuff. But he's like so gay, and I am in love with him.
Oh, I know. I love Troye Sivan. He's my
Yeah,
gay crush
same.
at the moment.
See,
yeah.
I like, but I almost feel like it's like because they're feminine that like I'm like I feel like it's almost like lesbian.
Yeah, but they had the boy parts, which is like fun. You know what I mean?
I love that. So I'm like perfect match.
That's why I always think I liked it too. Like, cause I love feminine guys in general. Like even feminine straight guys. I just like feminine guys. So I feel like when you see like a gay guy when they're really into their femininity, you're just like, oh, I love that so. Which is why I like Harry Styles because he kind of like taps into his feminine. We don't know if he's straight or gay. We don't know. He's not out as anything, but I think he has a little feminine energy.
Yeah, he does. He's not like afraid of it at all. I just had my first experience where I was seeing a guy who's very masculine though, and I had never done that before, and I loved it because it made me feel so like feminine and girly and like do this for me, like. Whereas in my last relationships, I'm like, God, Jesus Christ, like, can you not kill that butt? Like,
oh, I see. Oh, yeah. You need someone to come get the maggots out of your apartment.
yeah, seriously, can you believe that?
Well, you found someone. You said right. You got
It
a
was
girl.
traumatic. It was like
She had
I had a
maggots
friend.
all over her apartment.
All over is
It's a little crazy.
You have a bougie apartment. You're in a fancy building.
But could you believe that it was so tucked away that like to where I couldn't see it from like when I'm standing up? I would have had to be like on all fours, and I'm not really usually that on all fours in my apartment. So I
What
didn't see
section
it.
of your apartment?
It was in the kitchen, but
yeah.
but it didn't smell because it was closed. It was like mostly closed. So I was like, oh my God, how did this happen?
It's easier than you think. Because I remember hearing that and I was like, that could totally happen. Because they don't come out of nowhere. I think that's what you guys were saying. Is that
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
Where do they come from?
They're like fly babies.
I know, but where did the flies come from?
A pregnant fly just has to like fly in there and then
Well,
investigate.
but how did it fly in there? Because it's
You have
from
no
the
flies
hallway.
at all?
No.
Never? Oh,
Because your
that's
windows
pretty
don't
weird.
open, right?
But they open,
Oh.
and I have like my balcony and stuff, but I never go out there. Like, where'd the fly come from?
Sometimes flies
Maybe the
appear.
vents? I don't know.
Plants. Do you have plants? Sometimes we get flies in our
I need to get
plants.
some plants.
No, they produce big ass flies. We had one that gave like 5,000 flies. It was like,
Really?
I was so scared. We had these huge flies all over our house, and I was like, "Where'd they come from?" Because we don't have our door open either, and there's flies everywhere.
Yeah, and I can't really take care of things like that. I don't think.
Plants.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't keep it alive. I
Not
can
a
barely
plant
keep myself
person
alive.
either.
I mean, why do people have plants? That is kind of silly, huh?
People have a lot of plants too. There's like all the plant gays and theys. That's
Really?
like a whole thing. Yeah. It's pretty wild. Like their whole, it's like a rainforest cafe in there almost.
Yeah, like people have to hire like babysitters for their plants.
Yeah, every time they go away.
Oh, yeah.
That would not be good. It's hard enough to find a cat sitter.
Oh yeah, and then you want to get a second cat after a tour, right?
I know, I can't wait. But then they just keep adding more dates. I'm like, I'm never going to be happy. I'm just kidding.
How many dates are you guys have now? So you're going back out again this Saturday.
Yes, and then we just added a third leg. I think now in total it's like 80 something shows.
That is.
But we've already done 35.
That's crazy. That's so wild.
It's crazy, but it is so fun. It's like it's just crazy. Like what the.
Do you miss it?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
you've been on break
Like I'm
2
excited
weeks?
to go back out, and I knew I would be too. But when I was there, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to go home.
And you were sleeping in the bunk. I was like so shook. I was like, oh my god. First of all, that I would get 2 buses. I would get 2 buses because like how you sleep in the
so
bunk?
expensive.
Is
I
it?
think like oh my gosh, it's so expensive. And Tana paid like I got a lot of money for her to not. Or for her to have that bedroom, so it was like, have it.
Oh, you wouldn't pay for like you don't want to pay for a second
originally
bus.
we were splitting it evenly, and she has a bedroom, so I was like, that's not going to work. And so she literally had to write me a check for like a lot of money. And I
Oh
was
my!
like, perfect.
Oh wait, I think I would pay anything to get that big room. I think I would spend
Well,
my
it
whole
just
check
made
on
more
it.
sense because she had her boyfriend with her, and I honestly loved the bunk. And like she and I should have like kind of separate areas, I think.
Yeah, because like, but I was thinking if you get 2 buses, like Jelly Roll and Bunny have 2 buses.
I know, but they got budget.
I think Jelly Roll's a little.
But I was like, that's so bougie. Bunny has
He's
her own
doing
bus.
literal stadiums.
You guys should open for him. That'd be everything.
Could you imagine?
That would be such a-
that'd be so on brand.
You
It would
guys could
just
do
make
like
perfect sense for us.
Sophie. That would be everything. Because you said he does what does he do? Arenas?
He does like, I mean, he doesn't do like SoFi, but he does like.
Arenas is lower than stadium, right?
I don't know.
it's
None
like-
of it makes sense to
Arena's
me.
like Staples Center or whatever it is now, crypto, and then like
Okay.
SoFi is Sophie, whatever is a stadium.
So you guys could do stadiums with him because it's like you guys together. That would be like everything.
We have a really crazy venue for LA. We're excited about that. I don't know if we're supposed
Wait,
to
when
say
is it? Can you say it or no? You can't say it yet.
I don't know if I can say it. That's going to be in October, I think.
Oh my god! Why is it so far away?
I don't
They have a
know.
million other dates.
I
before
know.
that.
Is that your like last show?
I know. And we just keep adding more because it really, I mean, it's so, I didn't expect tour to be so profitable. I think it's because we're not musicians. Like musicians, a lot of musicians lose money on tour because you have to pay so many people and we don't.
Yeah, you guys have like such a simple show in the best way. Like you guys just like go on the chairs and talk and
Yeah, it's just video. We have like someone for merch, tour manager, and that's like literally in our assistants, and that's it.
yeah, that's like literally the best. I know my tour, I just always lost money. I loved it, but like, I was paying like
It's
dancers.
fun and it is worth it, but it is just like for how much like how hard it is on your like mental and everything. It's like it needs to be profitable.
physical too. The fact that you guys do so many meet and greets after, like standing for a meet and greet is the wildest. Like 3 or 4 hours after a show is like so hard.
I just think it's hard for me socially because it's already hard for me. Like think about like going out to a party and how having to have all these interactions with people, and then you go home and you have so much anxiety about like what you said, or at least I do. And so doing that every night with so many people, I'm like, this is so like it just makes me anxious.
And just wanting to get them like the attention and like the thing, like
yeah, and I want them to get their money's worth and like get what they paid for and like enjoy themselves. It's like having a wedding. You just want everyone to have a good time.
Yeah,
And so it's amazing. I love meeting everybody, but it's so hard for me to like
conversation. I just never knew like conversations. I'm always just like because I'm bad at it. I'm so awkward. I stutter over my words like with you or you. I'm just like so bad.
Me too.
So-
Me and Tana will find ourselves being like, "Oh my god, I love your earlobes."
yeah.
And we're like, "What?" Like we make fun of each other because sometimes I'll hear something she said. I'm like, "Wait, Tana, what?"
Oh my god, I know. Or I think too much in my head, and then like I don't even hear what they say, and then I feel so bad. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even hear what you just said. I'm thinking in my own head.
Me too. I had to drink though almost the whole time because it makes everything easier for me, and I hate to say that, but it did.
Oh yeah, drinking on tour. I know how Tana stays sober on tour because I'm not even a drinker, but I would drink every show. Like not crazy, but yeah, like have shots.
I don't get drunk or anything, but
Yeah.
I definitely take a few shots before every show.
Those were the best. I love doing that, like taking shots. And I don't even like
It's
them.
fun,
but-
and because we have our friends with us and stuff too, so it's like
Yeah.
fun in the green rooms and stuff. But I tried to do one show without drinking, and I literally went like this.
Wow.
I forgot what I was saying, just in the middle of my sentence, forgot what I was saying, and I'm just looking, and Tana goes, "You okay?"
Oh my
I go,
god. Like I don't know what I was saying. Are you guys having the same stories the second leg of tour?
No,
You're
we're
gonna
gonna
switch it?
switch it up.
So when do you get to tell the stories you told on tour? Because we want to know. We're always like,
We're
where's the
dying.
clips? Where's the leaks?
I don't know. Like the first, we did some stories for some shows that I had to like retire because I was having so much anxiety about like ruining people.
Like people you like dated
Just
or something.
yeah, or like I just told like a kind of a horrible story about a guy for like a lot of shows. And
Name
I just
names?
felt bad. Yeah. I
No
felt-
one you talked about before.
So I don't know if I'll ever tell them because I just feel like that's mean. But
it's hard. Stories are so hard because they're your stories and should definitely share them. But then when you have such a big audience,
and we don't want to bore the actual podcast listeners by like sparing or like leaving our stories for the live shows. But then we don't. It's hard to not repeat because if we only have like, X amount of crazy stories.
I think naming names is smart on tour because it's not leaked. Do you know what I mean? So that way
but you don't know how, like, you would think that everybody who comes to the show are fans, but I don't think they are. There's a lot of people who literally come to go on Reddit and do like a whole.
That's what I was saying though. Is like, why are those people, the haters, not filming? You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, we trust everyone, but like, how come the haters? I would be.
Yeah. So far, we've had good experience with like not having people leak stuff, but like they'll write about it and they'll tell the names and they'll tell everything.
You have respectful haters.
Yeah, but it's just like. It's like, why can't you? I mean, you paid for it, so.
That is interesting. Maybe I have to go look more often. I never, like I said, I really don't like to go on Reddit either. I just don't like to even like give the energy. But
yeah, I mean, I had a girl, because we canceled the Norfolk show, and it was a really good reason. We weren't allowed to say it, but it was a really good reason. And I got a DM from a girl who was literally like, I hate you. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, just so crazy. And I'm like, I wanted to respond and be like, I didn't fucking want you there anyway. If you're this like mean to me because we canceled a show for a really, really valid reason, then we don't want you there.
Yeah, that's like, wild.
She was and she goes, you're such a little pick me brat, like all this crazy stuff. I was like,
oh my God, because you canceled the show. Did you DM back or no?
I wanted to so bad, but I chose peace.
I love that you look. Are you looking in your requests? You just look.
I look in my requests all the time.
Really?
Oh, I never do.
Me neither.
You don't?
What are you looking for?
It's a lot of like I get a lot of nice people. I get very few mean people
in the DMs.
We talk about it all the time, but I always just get anxious. Even responding to you, I'm like, when you added me to your close friends, it was literally like better than winning Miami. I was like, this is so cool. I was like,
what? Miami?
Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Oh, Miami.
I thought you said Miami too.
Where is that? You should just always have it behind you.
I know, I should keep it.
I would bring it in my pocket everywhere I went.
For sure, yeah.
No, like your close friends was like, it was more of an honor to me, I think. And I get so anxious. I'm like, should I respond?
No, we are all exactly the same. I'm the same way. Like she said something nice to me, I couldn't even open it because I'm like, I don't know why. I don't know what that is. But it helped me that they turned off like the scene. Like you can't see that someone's seen a message anymore.
Oh, really?
But even then, like I'm so conditioned now that I just won't open.
Don't open. I'm the same way. I almost had you. We're gonna DM her. Let me DM her because I always feel like I ask you to, and I was like, I'll DM. Just I don't know. I get anxious too because I'm like, I know.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know.
Like, nothing's that serious. But
it's not that serious, and I always want to be like, I know you're busy. Don't worry about it if you can't. Like I'm very just that person.
I think it stems from like me feeling like people don't want to be talking to me. So so I'm like, oh, I don't want to be annoying. Or
the
like,
rejection is real. Yeah. It's like, yeah, it is crazy because we were talking about that the other day, just like rejection in general. I'm like, I actually haven't gotten rejected that much, and in fact, like, would you prefer to be left on scene or like someone just straight up like be like, stop messaging me?
It would depend on the circumstance. Like if it were like a boy, I would probably rather be just ghosted.
What if you're like asking like you want to be friends with someone, like the aloe girl or something like that, the ones that
I would for sure rather be left on scene. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would hate to be like, oh no, sorry, like you're not my vibe or something.
Yeah. Oh. I think being left, that's what I've always said. I got canceled for ghosting Nick Avocado like 5 years ago, and that was different. He flew to LA. I guess I shouldn't have ghosted him because he did fly to LA to see me. That's different. But I think in general, I think ghosting, and I'm still so sorry, Nick Avocado. I want him on the podcast. Please reach out. But I think ghosting in general is like just politer. Like I've been ghosted by so many guys on like Bumble and stuff, and I'm just like, it's better that than like I've had guys also tell me like you're too chubby or something, and I'm like that's like the worst feeling.
Yeah, well I've had situations where like a guy will like he will want to stop talking to me or something, and then he'll want to have a conversation about it. I'm like, first of all, you don't want me, and now you want me to sit through a phone call of you telling me why?
Yeah,
I don't want to know why.
That doesn't make sense to me either. At all.
I don't know. I'm just so nosy that I want to know, even though like.
Well, sometimes I pretend I want to know, and then I find out, and then I did not want to.
Yeah, never. They just don't like you. Just peace at that. You know what I mean? Like that's all I need to know.
I said that to a guy recently. I'm like, you literally, basically, you just don't like me. I don't need to hear the lowdown for why.
He wanted to like explain to you. He's like,
yeah. He's like, let me. I'm like, huh?
Did he get any far at all telling you why he didn't like you?
Nope. I
just
said
shut it down.
You could go ahead and keep that one to yourself.
No, I'm curious though. Like not for me. I'm just like I would love to know like you because I just feel like you're kind of like the perfect catch.
That's so nice, but you know what? There's got to be a little something.
I know. I want to know now. We should interview your exes.
I know. Well, God, you know what I wonder? Like, because I've been going on so many podcasts and stuff. Like, now that I am over the Clinton thing, I'm just saying it left and right. I always talk about it.
I love it.
And I would love to hear what he says about it. Like, when asked and stuff, I'd do anything to be like a fly on the wall to hear him like say what's wrong with me or like.
Would you have him on canceled?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Please come on. I'm sure he would, right? Like he wants.
Absolutely not. He wouldn't go anywhere near me.
Wait, I don't know. I feel like when enough time has passed.
No, but I have had girls reach out to me and be like, yeah, he told me that you were crazy and you had BPD and you just made all this up. And like, I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Wait till you. I mean, you'll learn on your own.
Yeah. There's like proof of him like lying and stuff like that. That's like crazy. But I would love to see that crossover episode.
Oh my God.
He's
going to have to come out one day. I'm going to see him. Where are you?
Come on, Just Trish. We have Brooke's blessing. I want to know.
He's like, one of my friends has run into him like 3 times. I'm like, God, I would do anything to run into him and just to be like, because I haven't seen him. Because that time that I put his stuff outside my door and said like, see you later, never talk to me again. I never have seen him again.
Wow, isn't that crazy? And then you're just like, yeah. And then you're like,
what it was someone I saw every single day, and then I just actually never saw him again. I've never had a situation like that before in my life.
Looking back, do you like? Obviously, you were attracted to him in the moment, but now is there? Because we were talking about that. I don't know why we were talking about that.
Yeah, because we always talk about Brooke every episode ever.
We're like, why would she be with Clinton when she's so much hotter? But
I really don't care. I don't think I care about that at all. Like looks. If a guy was like super amazing and all like he could be uglier than Clinton and I would probably still like him, but that situation, I wasn't super.
Like now you look at him and you're not like, oh,
I loved him. I for sure like loved him and I wanted to be around him and stuff, but I don't know. I thought I was asexual
when you were with him.
Fully.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God, what's happening to me? Wrong.
Wait, really?
Wrong.
Wait, but you were in love with him, but you weren't like turned on
at all. And I've never had that.
Interesting.
But I had historically always been with like kind of unattractive guys. Mm-hmm. So I didn't until I like started dabbling in hot guys. I was like, oh yeah, that's what's like.
I love
supposed to be the vibe.
In hot guys. It's so fun.
I've never. Oh, just Moses. He's my only hot guy I've dabbled in, but I've never dabbled in a hot guy before. I was just like, I don't even know what that is. Like anything.
Well, me neither. Because I was like, I don't know. I just wasn't into it.
That's so interesting because I definitely dated lots of uggos, and it's like I was definitely into it though. I was definitely always like horny for it. You know what I mean? But they were like definitely. And looking back, you're like, oh my God, they're so ugly.
Well, I have too. I also like. Some of the people that I've been like the most like sexually attracted to are not attractive people at all.
Interesting. But that's interesting that you're in love with someone and not like sexually attracted. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, I also like it could have been just like a weird like if when you're with somebody that much, I get like physically attached to somebody. Like I feel like even friends and stuff. Like maybe I didn't even love him.
No, I feel like you did. I really am like trying to think because I know what you're saying and you feel like you just want to be around him all the time, which means I would think you'd want to have sex all the time because that's even like closer. You're just like as close as you could possibly be. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I think that's interesting. I just think that's such an interesting thing. And only with him, or have you experienced that with other guys that you've liked?
No, that was it.
Wow. Did you ever like talk to like a therapist about it when you were like with him, being like, why am I not like sexually attracted to him?
No, because I think I knew why.
Oh, interesting. But that is so interesting. But you were in love with him. I'm so shocked by this.
I know. Even how horrible he is, though, I like feel mean saying that because it's like it really like to me. I don't care if you're ugly, but you can't have an ugly personality. Choose a struggle.
So at the time, you thought he had an ugly personality too. Like while you were dating, you kind of knew in the back of your mind.
Yeah, for sure.
But I know I've been there where you just know like something's off, and you're like, I'm still in love with you. Like I totally get it.
I just wanted to I loved having a boyfriend. I loved being a girlfriend. Like I loved having someone to do everything with and what we were doing and stuff. I loved that. So I think I just loved being in a relationship.
No, it's amazing. It is the best thing. I was in love with this guy from like 21 to 24, and like in love. And it was kind of the same situation. I ended up doing like a video exposing him, like just calling him out, finding out he had like a whole living girlfriend and stuff. So I did this whole thing.
Oh my God, you got bamboozled too.
I was bamboozled. And like I was 23 at the time. And then maybe hindsight, I should look back and like I should have known something somewhere was amiss. But it is weird. And I didn't hear from him for years either. And I would always constantly talk about him and stuff like that. And literally like last year, it was like 15 years later, I get a text that's like, hi.
Oh my God, I think I heard you talking about this on the podcast.
And it was someone that I was like in love with. I mean, he was like literally like 50 something, but I was like in love with. And I remember I was like literally, I already had Malibu out of this. I remember I like screenshot sent to my sister, sent it to Moses. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Because it was like so traumatized. He had like a hold, not like an in love hold, but like this weird hold where I'm like, I've like
because it's heavy. Like, oh my God, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I heard from him, I would die.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you would lose your breath. You'd be like, if he's like, hi, Elvis. But did you?
Because he feels dead.
He never did. Because Matt Rife did, but he didn't.
Yeah, no. Well, he has. Actually, no, he has.
Okay.
He called me June of last year. So, like, not, I mean, like a year ago.
Did you pick up?
I picked up and he goes, I'm in LA, come meet me. I go,
whoa.
and I almost did, honest to God, just because I was like, I want to see you. I want to have a conversation. And I got in the shower and then I like came to my senses and I called him back and I was like, yeah, I'm not coming over.
Oh, because you kind of got that a little bit already, then that little bit of to him reaching
All I
out
wanted
to
to know was that he wanted me to come over.
Especially now, you're like the hottest ever, not just physically, but also just like blowing up everywhere, you know?
That's so nice. I'm like, honestly, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I like...
He was an ugly
No, because well...
I love you. I love
that
it.
spiral was like same thing as like getting fired from my job. I'm like, that led me to this. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, like that kind of stuff I totally believe in all the time. Like you're like, oh man, I like lost the best thing ever, and then something else like comes along.
I don't know. I know what to look for now.
For
and
warning
what to
signs.
avoid.
What's your biggest red flag?
Lying, of course.
But how do you know someone's lying? Like
you know. Well, I know.
Right away, you do?
Yeah. Well, I knew when he was lying because he wasn't even good at it.
But you knew right away, like this is not your accent. You're not Australian.
I didn't know that part.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but
how do you know?
I haven't spent enough time around. If I maybe heard it now, I'd be like, yeah, that's not quite right.
That's not real. Interesting. Oh my God. That's a whole new bag of worms. I didn't know about this. It makes like sense though. Like more of it makes sense. Like that was
just so strange. You have to wonder like what kind of mental illness is that?
As a whole different one. Maybe it's a new one. You know, like borderline's very like new. Like if people talk about, maybe there's like a new one.
This is definitely not in the like what it's called. The book.
The book.
Y'all know the book.
That one.
Yeah.
Is there one? I don't know.
It's like DBT? Yeah, I don't know. I dropped out.
Oh. Like a therapy book or a college book?
It's basically a book of all the mental illnesses.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah.
Audible.
just start going through like
it's
what
like
do we
a
have?
Dictionary, literally.
Because you were doing all those podcasts, you were saying you're doing so many podcasts and stuff like that. Are you still saying yes to all of them? Because I know that was like your resolution this year, to say yes to more.
I'm not saying yes to all of them, and that's why I'm like, honestly, you can't really shame Brittany. I've been ghosting a couple people.
Once again, not to bring that up, but that's what I'm saying is I definitely have too. I definitely have said like, I've also said I'll pass to people. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's like just like a normal thing. Obviously, you can't do everyone's podcast.
Yeah,
but
I think it was just particularly for me. I was like, I just am so protective of Tanner right now. I'm like, that was mean. But
same, yeah.
I've been turning people, like, not a lot of people down, but like I've turned down like probably a couple.
And you just leave them on scene. You don't say I'll pass.
Yeah.
I think that's better. I think I've said I'll pass. Like sometimes if it goes through, like now that I have like, you know, agents and stuff like that, I feel like now I have to tell them I'll pass. Otherwise I think it's rude to like ghost them because they're like literally my agents. But if it's like someone directly, I usually just like.
Oh my God, wait, how have you liked being with your agency?
I mean, so far so good.
Brand new.
Yeah. And also like I'm about to give birth in a couple weeks. So I think like after more things will like, but they're really good in the sense of like connecting me with people and things to do. So
Yeah,
I'm
so excited because you're so huge. Like you're like, that to me, like you are the most famous.
Oh my!
I just feel like you should be doing like God everything.
I would just love to do. Well, we talked about it, you know, like just doing acting, like the stuff, like you said, like I feel like to get on Dancing with the Stars or movies, like I want to do like a Lifetime movie or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think you have to like, I must have an agent. Cause I've been in Hollywood now for like 18 years, and I'm just like. I've never gotten
it's just
an opportunity.
Like sometimes like I didn't realize how much help I needed until like because now I'm with Greg, like Charlie's manager, you know, and he has all the Charlie people, and so since I've been with him, I feel like I've had so much more opportunity.
You've gotten
so I feel like it's gonna be
so
the same
much.
Yeah.
Like you're with
he just has so many like he's just so good at what he does.
You have to find those people that have those connections already, because like no matter how out there you are, I mean,
yeah, you can try all day, you can do it yourself all day, but like if you don't have those relationships, like it's gonna be harder. So I feel like I'm just so excited to see all the things you do.
No, I'm excited for you too. I was like thinking like now that you're with him, I'm like you'll get so money. Like when you're talking about Dancing with Stars, I'm like I see it for sure.
I want to go on so bad.
That for sure is gonna happen. Like they've had like influencers like
they had Olivia Jade,
Yeah.
Hayes Greer,
JoJo,
but
it's just pretty mainstream, I guess.
Yeah.
But Harry, he's like, you know, he's to me, he wasn't mainstream.
He's pretty huge. Like I mean, he was so involved with Netflix and stuff that I feel like
I didn't
that
know.
made sense. Yeah, he was on like 4 different.
Oh,
Netflix
I
shows.
literally just thought he did like OF, and I was like, wow,
and he
good for
definitely
him.
has like a crazy like PR team.
No, I know. I was asking too when I did Call Her Daddy. I'm like, how did you get on like Jimmy Fallon? Like, those are things
God,
I always like.
She is making a killing.
She has a big publicist. I was like, man, I need to get on that.
Well, I bet. Gosh, the $60 million deal. I'm like,
she's trying to get $100 million now.
Yeah.
I know.
That's.
I heard
amazing.
someone told me that Spotify's not giving money out like that
No,
anymore.
Spotify's broke in my opinion. I feel like they spent all their money.
I know, because I was thinking this whole time like, that was kind of our end goal. Like we wanted a Spotify deal, but I'm like, I don't think they're doing that much.
They're not like renewing, and Amazon is the money now, right?
Yeah.
Amazon Prime has the money. That's where Zach is, but that's where everyone is
Really,
now.
I thought they like canceled his show, or they went bankrupt or something.
Zach's at the Amazon building. Who else do they have? They have big shows. They've been doing
Mr. Beast one.
Mr. Beast. They're doing like I think they have money now.
Oh.
I know what you're talking about. He was with something else that was like a subsidiary of Amazon.
Oh, okay.
The guy you went on a date with that you said was like masculine? Like, what was the masculine qualities that he had? Was it personality, or was it like he's a big guy?
Well, he was like someone I was actually you guys know about him, but
the one you said. Okay.
yeah, he's just very outdoorsy. Like I would call him for like anything manly, whereas I would never do that for any of my other like boyfriends and stuff. I would be like, he cannot do that. He can't change a tire. He cannot help me with this. Like, so this one was fun because I felt very feminine and it just felt like
Take
I'm
care
just
of
a
me.
little girl.
Yeah.
That is the best when you find a guy like that. I always say Moses like feminine, but that's because he's like creative in arts, but he's like definitely takes care of everything.
No,
like,
yeah,
trash, everything.
that's kind of what I mean. It's just
Yeah.
like not that I'm into gender roles, but I think I might be a little into gender roles.
That's normal.
Sometimes
When
you just want to feel like a little girl.
I
Like,
do, and it just was
Yeah.
nice to feel like somebody was there to help me and stuff and do things.
I think that's what you need.
And even
I think.
still, like we're not even really like together. I'll call him. I'll be like, "Can you take the top off my car?" Like,
And he does it.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely what you need. I feel like finding someone who like actually like does stuff for me. I always did everything myself, and then I would take care of that person too. And as I finding someone that like takes care of you, it really does make such a difference. You're like, oh, my life is so much
I
easier
think
now.
that's like what I'm gonna look for. I think because I don't want to marry someone who doesn't want to, like, who can't change a tire. My grandpa always tells me that he'll say like, "Well, can that guy change a tire?"
That is actually
Or
so
will he
real.
call somebody? Is he calling AAA? Embarrassing.
That's so real though. Every guy I've dated would always be a call AAA person, and like he'll just be like, "I'll change the tire, I'll do this, I'll build it." I'm like, okay, you know what I mean?
I can't be with like a little diva guy who like needs somebody like other people to do it. I'm
Yeah.
like, do it yourself. You're a man.
And entertainment people are the worst because they are the people that want to be catered to. So it is kind of hard. You need someone to cater to you for sure.
yeah.
I feel like Aloe is a good place to meet guys, though. Wouldn't
Yeah,
it be?
it is. And that's what I was kind of saying. Like, I really
Yeah.
do think just socially it's good for me because I go in there, you don't know who's going to be there. It was like kind of like how when I was working at Catch, you'd be like, who am I going to meet today?
That is fun. Yeah.
When I was single at the gym, that's where I met a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they come up to you or you go to them or what? You just see each other?
Yeah, like see each other. One of them was a trainer. That was like when my peak skinny era. When I was a
wow.
bobblehead. Oh, it was so fun. I
love-
miss being a little bobblehead.
I love bobbleheads. We do that shirt. If you're a bobblehead,
But
it's
one
everything.
of them was a trainer, and then I would see someone on Grindr, but then I'd be too scared because I was like body dysmorphic, and I thought I was still fat. But then they would come up to me after seeing me on Grindr or whatever. Yeah, I was like really getting it at the gym. That's where it was at. Yeah,
Isn't it like, I hear that like Equinox, like West Hollywood is like the gay, like.
all at 24-hour
Empire.
West Hollywood too. Like that's
Where it's at?
Yeah, that's where it's at. Like I hear the steam rooms over there are wild.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, in
I didn't know.
WeHo.
Really?
Kind of fun. I just love it so much. Like I see just so many athletes in the day and like just people that I never would be around normally. And I'm like, oh my God, maybe that's my husband.
Oh my
And I have like,
gosh.
there's this girl, Sophie, who she's the one who coordinates like who comes. She makes the schedule and stuff. And she's like one of my really close friends now. And I'll literally be like, set me up with that guy.
Oh my God, that's
Just
so
yesterday I was
smart.
like, who's that hot guy? And she's like, that's literally my cousin.
Oh my gosh. So she has it in.
Yeah.
Be like, you can connect us.
Well, she's the one who decides who comes and stuff. And she's just the cutest.
So you are open to dating. You just said you don't love going on dates, but you're open to dating.
Yeah, I think so. I think I have to meet somebody first. It makes me really nervous to like meet someone who I haven't met already. Like if I organically meet somebody out and then they want to go out, that's different.
Right. That's why I think your A-list person is great because you've already seen him out a couple times.
But I run into him. Like that's the thing. Like the date that we're talking about, I ran into him.
That's destiny. That's
And no,
fate.
it's not. And it was so funny too because they wouldn't give me a table too. They were like sorry, like we're booked. And then of course he comes up to me and now all of a sudden they have a table for me. So I'm like, well,
everything that
That's
I
so
instantly be like,
fierce.
panty drop. I'm like, yeah, that's so hot. Thank you. It's everything.
But-
that's meant to be. How often, first of all, do you run into anyone you know? But then someone like him, like if I ran into him, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
it's easy to do. That man is everywhere.
I've never once seen him out. And I
That's
used to
so
DM
funny.
him too. I used to DM him back in the day and be like, hey, hi.
He's just not. That does not feel like a match for me at all.
Do you know who it is?
He's not
You know.
changing
Yeah.
anyone's tire.
Well, that's fine. Someone like him is fine. Like, yeah, that makes sense. I'll change your tire.
We have
That's
to
like,
stop
yeah.
living vicariously through Brooke. Like
I know,
she can't
I
date
know.
Ted because of me. She can't date this guy because of you. It's like,
I kind of like it though.
I know. I do love it. I do love it just because you really can get anyone, and
Yeah.
I think that's what's amazing.
I love the cute, but God, I'm like, I wish it were true. It literally is not true. But I also think like it's a thing too. When you're not ready or like ready to date, you'll intentionally go for people you know also aren't ready to date.
And
That's
you're, like-
kind of like the situations I keep getting myself
Right.
into.
And you're like touring and stuff now, so it's kind of like not the right time because
But
just
it's
be
like
weird.
I just am so jealous of Tana, like because Tana just it's so nice for her to have her like boyfriend on the road and stuff, and not that everyone can just like drop their lives and come on the road, but-
Right.
But I love the concept of like being on tour with my boyfriend.
Yeah,
like
oh,
come
no.
with me.
That's how was that? How was that? Because you guys were like a little threes company. You guys were always together.
Yeah,
and-
it was really actually fun. I love him so much. He's like he's really great. And he just helps her. He makes her like want to be better, I think, too. So it just was good for her.
No, she definitely is like glowing. When you guys came back from tour, your first podcast back, she was like glowing. She was like tan and just like
it's crazy. Like it's crazy. We thought that we were gonna die. We thought we were gonna come back hating each other and like burn the place to the ground. Like no more podcasts. Like we were really prepared for that because we fought so much the first time. And this one was like it is like scary because now when we see each other, we're like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I love that. You both look just like so happy and like thriving. And I think that's like you guys bonded in a good way. I guess the bus was good.
Yeah, it was good because like I almost feel like we somewhere along the way we stopped being like so much friends as we were like business friends. And she's still my friend and stuff, but we were seeing each other so much for the podcast and stuff that we weren't spending hardly any time together like outside of that. And it's like it felt like we had a kid. Like we were like married and we had a kid and now all our focus is going into the kid. That was like the podcast. And so this was like the first time we got to really spend time together and like remember why we were friends.
Yeah, without just that.
It was so fun.
And that's the best when you can be friends and make money and do all of that.
Yeah, what is hard? Like just working with anybody you have any sort of relationship with already is just like complicated anyway. And you start like resenting each other and fighting over things. And we were in a place where we were like just fighting all the time. So it was nice to like, this is, I forgot why I loved you so much.
And you guys were matching every like tour. You guys had the matching. Were they Steve Madden or Mew Mew boots? Which one?
Steve Madden. You know I'm not buying anyone's Mew Mew boot.
I love them.
Although there is a Mew Mew cowboy hat that I keep seeing people wearing, and I'm like, I think I do have to
Alicia
invest
Marie
in
had
that.
one, I think, at Coachella.
It was so cute. I just went on their podcast yesterday.
Wait, really?
Which one?
Pretty basic. I know they have like 7. They have 17 now.
Are you on Pretty Unfiltered because that's iconic? I want to go on that one.
No, yeah, I went
just
on.
Just have 10 people talking.
Pretty basic. Their set is insane. They have a whole. Oh my god.
Really?
Because you can't see all of it on camera. It's like not even in the wide shot. Like you cannot see their set. It like goes so high. It's so crazy.
It's not an apartment. I thought it used to be in an apartment.
It is in an apartment,
but it has really tall ceilings.
Mm-hmm. It's just amazing. I'm like, who built this?
Is there a second set in there, the Pretty Unfiltered one that they do with Zane and Heath? I want to know where that is.
I don't know. It might have been. If it would have had to be like behind the one that I was in.
Oh, I want to know so bad. I want to know everything
it's always
about
our
them.
Hot topic.
Yeah, I have such a fascination with all of them. Alicia and Rem. I don't know them at all, but I love them.
Oh, they're cute. They're so cute. I'm obsessed with Remy. She's like one of my comfort people that I just watch all the time.
I used to watch her all the time, like literally like even 10 years ago. I used to watch her like when she was in college. She was like a sorority girl, and I was just like obsessed with her. I thought she was like,
I love that. You know who watches them? Lana Del Rey.
That's wild. Did they give VIP
I know,
at
but
Coachella?
doesn't that make you think that Lana Del Rey probably knows or has like seen our faces at one point in life or in time?
She loves us. She loves Just Trish.
Yeah, I can. I know.
But like,
us,
that makes me feel like she's really like online.
I feel like she's more like you and Tana coded for sure. I don't know what she would think about us.
Definitely not us. If she likes Remy and Alicia, she does not like us.
No, I don't know. Lana's like funny. I feel like she's with it.
Right, that's why she likes Remy and Alicia, not us.
No, you need to give yourself more credit.
Oh, but she'll probably watch your episode then, and then.
Ooh, yeah, she'll see you.
Yeah.
If she knows Ollie, no offense, but she like,
I'm really like my head's getting too big. I'm like, Lana probably knows that.
I wonder if she would go on I wonder if she goes on their podcast. On Alicia.
I don't think she goes anywhere, honestly.
Really? She goes to the Waffle House.
I know. Was that real?
Live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. She obviously wasn't working, but they probably just did, gave her a uniform.
God, I love her so much.
I feel like places let you do that. I did that with Raising Cane's. Like, you want to work? I didn't get any like money or anything.
Oh my God, I want to work somewhere.
That would be so fun.
Like, remember when Charlie got in trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. It's like a double standard again because like people, I kind of felt bad for them because people kind of live when I do it, and then it's like Charlie does it, and they're like, oh no, it's like I don't know. I guess they hold it.
It might make a difference too that like I don't think those girls have ever had to have a real job because they're so young.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it might be like maybe if I were to do it, it's like okay, wait, no, I like literally worked at Walmart.
Did you work at Walmart?
No, but like
I worked at a strip club, so
I've worked so many random places.
Where's like a chain you worked at?
The only chain I worked at was I worked at a Z Tejas, which is like I don't think that's you would know about it, but it's like a Texas Roadhouse kind of vibe.
Okay.
But I also worked at Nectar, the juice bar, and not kidding, to this day that was the hardest job I've ever had. It was so hard and everyone was so mean to me. I quit. I pretended to break my leg and I quit, and then I forgot that I was
Why did you do pretend?
You just quit?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I don't think about the consequences of my own actions because I was going to see those people again. So you know who had to commit to the broken leg for a long time? Me.
My God.
I was wobbling.
I love that you like do a dramatic exit because you really could just
I
make
had
it
to
quit.
because I felt so. Oh my God, I was so anxious about it, but I had to quit because it was so hard and I was doing everything wrong. One time I accidentally charged someone $13,000.
What? And did it go through?
Yes. And it was like such a scandal, but it was because like I I don't know what
You
I was
just didn't do
doing.
the nuts, but juice is really hard. Juice is hard. I've worked at juice bars.
Juicing is physically hard.
Yeah.
Oh, you had to do the actual juicing.
Yeah, and I was like making the smoothies and stuff, and I didn't know what I was doing, and it was so like fast paced, and there were so many orders, I could not handle it.
So you would take the fruit and like literally just juice. That is actually crazy.
And it's hard, like because there's so many, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so bad at it.
I used to work at like Coffee Bean and just doing the different pumps and how hot people want their coffee.
Yeah,
and
you would never get your coffee right if I were working there.
same. It's so hard. We're Target girly, so we actually did work at Target, so that would make sense.
Really?
Yeah,
I
we both were in electronics.
Target. I think that would be fun.
Target.
It
I
was
still
kind of
love
fun, yeah, right? It wasn't terrible.
I didn't love mine, but I didn't love any job I had.
I would just lie about like the TVs and stuff because I didn't really know, so I would just make stuff
love
up.
all the liars.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think I've ever been like good at a job, like or known enough.
See, yeah.
It's hard. I mean, that's hard. Like to be good. Like that's why I always commend anyone, fast food employees, anybody, because it's actually like so hard to get like the orders right and all that stuff. Like it's just like tedious too. It's a lot of work. It's and people who can do it and the ones that do it and have like a smile on their face. Like every time I go to Arby's, they're always so freaking happy. And I was like, that's
I love
amazing.
Arby's, and everyone is so mean about
love
Arby's. It
Arby's
is so
too.
good. We had Arby's. We sold it in my high school, and I had an Arby's sandwich every single day
what?
of high school.
Oh.
They sponsored your high school or what?
Yeah, well, like they just had them like so many of them every day, and they had Domino's too. And
Wow.
Domino's has a new New York like style pizza right now, and it sounds so good. What do you get at Arby's? You get the sandwiches.
I had just a roast beef sandwich. The Arby's sauce, it's so good, and I haven't had it in so many years.
I drive literally 30 minutes like once a week to go get Arby's. It's in Simi Valley.
Honestly, you know what? I'm about to go to Arby's.
So good. There's
Just
one
to
in
feel
Hollywood, right?
something.
On Sunset.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, they used to have one with a big hat. It used to be a big Arby's
I
hat.
think it still is there, the hat, because that's what I'm thinking of
It's
right
right
now.
by like the KTLA studios. I'd always go for auditions and then I'd go get Arby's. It's so good. Their cheese
and
sticks are amazing.
everyone's so mean about it. Oh my gosh.
I think it's like such a slay. They have mozzarella sticks, cheese fries, like all their stuff is so good. I just get the sides.
Justice for Arby's.
Seriously, I love it too. It gets a bad rap. We like fast food. We like Wendy's, Arby's, all of it.
Yeah.
Me too.
We respect it. I think that's the thing too. It's like, we respect the art of fast food. So it's like when I put on the uniform, it's like I'm a fan. It's not like I'm trying to like insult anybody.
Yeah, I just have a hard time, like the Walmart thing. It's like, when somebody clearly was not in creative control. And
Yeah.
you can't like, you know what I mean? If someone's they got paid for probably hundreds of thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
and they were
that's
just
the
like,
issue.
oh my god, how cute! Yeah, we're gonna work at Walmart.
And her like when she tucked her hair behind her ear, she was like scanning. It was all looking back, it was camp, but like
Charlie
in the
is so
moment,
cute. I'm so into her right now. I'm like, she's dancing
Yeah.
again. I am obsessed
Oh, I
with
was
her.
trying to learn that dance right before you came. The one where she's like, I don't drive because I have a chauffeur. Like that one.
It's so whatever she's doing, I know I can't do.
She got 23 million on that one too. That little one where she's like doing, I'm like, she looks so
God,
good.
I can't.
I love Charlie too. I'm a Charlie
I
stan.
love her. I saw her so much this weekend. She's just the cutest.
Oh my gosh, you were hanging out at Coachella with. So did you hang out with Tana at Coachella, or you just hang out like by yourselves?
Well, Tana gets to Coachella super late,
And you're there super
So
early?
I always like go way before her, but I'll see her usually late at night. But I was with I brought my friend BB, my best friend, and then
Rexa.
yeah, no,
Oh, I was
BB.
like, wait, really?
I call her BB because her name is Brooke too, and I don't want to get us mixed up.
I like BB. That's cute.
But so we would go early in the day, and then we met up with Madeline the whole time, and I was like, I love you.
Wow. And you guys were not at the Tart house. You just went to Tart parties.
I didn't go to Tart anything.
Oh, okay. You went to Guess.
I went to Guess for an after party.
I need to know about
That was
the
where I
Guess
saw
house.
Justin and Haley.
Everyone was at the Guest house. That was like the place to be.
It's the craziest thing. It's not a house, it's a neighborhood. Like it's an entire neighborhood and all the houses are exactly the same. Like the big white amazing houses, all the pools and stuff. And so there were like houses, like the houses are numbered and you have to like get let in. It's a compound, but like it's actually like a little, I don't want to say creepy because I'm really hoping to be invited eventually.
Yeah, shout out Guess. I love that brand.
But it's
I wanna
it's
be
like,
this spot.
it reminds me of Don't Worry Darling. Like the,
Yeah,
the,
that's what it looks
like.
this creepy, like perfect neighborhood. It's like kind of like eerie.
Well, they shot it down there, didn't they? Don't Worry Darling was in Palm Springs, I think.
Oh.
Maybe it was the neighborhood.
Yeah, well, that's what it felt. Well, no, it just feels like everything's so uniform and like kind of, it's just kind of like creepy.
I love that though. I love Guess. Guess is my dream brand because Anna Nicole Smith used to model for them, and I'm like, I remember seeing her ads on like the bags, the black and white
it is
ads.
so good. It reminds me of like Brooke Shields or like
Yeah.
like because it's the classics like Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh,
like
you would be good in
Guess,
there.
all of those. Like I would love to do like, I don't know, anything. And Guess has like Guess jeans now, and I'm obsessed with jeans.
Oh my god, no, that would be so iconic. I wish they'd bring back the bags too, like the black and white bags, and you could be on there. That'd be so cool. Everything about Guess is cool. They're like my dream too. I love them.
And I'm like, let us in. Maybe they'll invite us next year.
I'm not get invited at all to anything, but at least you got invited to the house. That was
Well,
pretty good.
only because Madeline was staying there.
Oh, she
Oh.
was. How
She
she
got
were
invited.
staying there?
Hundreds, literally.
I was a little
They were
jealous.
like, Ice Spice was staying there.
Wait,
like,
what? She was
yeah.
actually staying overnight?
She had one of the houses. Like everybody was like in different houses. Like just the one house, like house 8 had like Lorraine, Quenlin, like everybody.
As one time I was jealous I wasn't in the vlog squad. I'm like, damn, missed out.
I know they were really like all of them get to go. I'm like,
and they all were like modeling. They had their guest shirts on, and I was kind of like,
they're good for the content. I have a hard time. I don't think I was telling you before. I don't think I would go with a brand again because it's just like a lot of pressure.
Wait, pressure like how? Like you can't do your own thing?
Because if I'm at a festival, I'm already like overwhelmed and I'm probably drunk and I'm like dying. Yeah, I don't want to think about having to take content and stuff and like having to do, because you have to like show up to the things that they want you to show up to and do everything. It's almost like it's a job.
And you can't really just like enjoy yourself. Who did you like the best at Coachella?
Oh, Renee.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Lana. I mean, of course, Lana was like a spiritual experience, but I was so excited to see Renee because I just love her.
Wow. Renee.
And there's like one performance of hers that I watch every single day over and over and over again.
Which one?
Snow Angel on SNL. And I fast forward to 2 minutes and 42 seconds to hear her say the words, blame him, cuz. It is so amazing.
That's the one when she's on the ground. Is she like
she starts on the ground.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh, Trish, I'm going to send it to you. It is the like I can't describe how it makes me feel. So I got to see her sing it live and I was sick.
Wow. How close were you?
Not that close.
Oh. I don't know how it
Well,
works.
Jake should have got you up there.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Well, Renee follows me randomly. She followed me like over a year ago.
Oh my God.
Like
Have you
before
DM'd her?
she came out. Yeah, she DM'd me a couple like.
No.
She DM'd me like a month ago, and she go, "Oh my God!" I was so gagged. Like she was like,
Did you frame it?
I want to.
I printed mine out.
I sent it to everyone I know because I'm like, I can't believe this. She said like, she goes, "Oh my God, like you're so funny" or something. She goes, "I love you." And I was like, I responded, I go, you literally can't say that to me. I'm gonna die.
And then what happened? Did she reply or that's it?
She replied, and then I don't think I could reply because I don't know.
love that.
I don't even know, but I was so scared of her. I just love her.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. Yeah, I know when you get like that DM and you're just like, oh, what do I say? I screenshot to everyone. I'm like, what do I say? The Weekend literally was like, just thank you for your support. I was like, what do I say? I remember back, I texted all my pictures of wearing his shirts. I'm like, look how big of a fan I am. I love you.
So funny. I know. Oh my God,
I feel like that's so exciting. Renee Rapp, as soon as a celebrity like DMs me, then I'm stand forever. It's like, so they can do no wrong. I'm like, okay, we're friends now. We like each other.
Yeah, if I feel like someone's like a good person, I'm like, oh, I will support you until the day I die. And she's just so talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's cool. Like, just her personality, her
brand. She doesn't give a f.
Yeah.
She's just like, she'll say anything, and she's funny. She's not afraid of getting canceled. It's like, which I'm terrified personally of getting canceled.
Well, influencer world is just like that. Like, you just can't be canceled for anything, even though you have a podcast called Canceled.
I know. I said the other day in an episode that I peed in the middle of Coachella, and I've been like losing sleep over it because I'm like, what if people are like mad at me about it?
No, if you pee yourself, or you
I didn't. I did it on purpose.
Wait, what?
But, like,
you were trying to get out of something.
Well, we like went to a little corner and we were gonna die, so we all had to pee.
Oh, people do that, like a little squat.
Yeah, people throw up. I know if a man did it, it'd be no biggie.
That is true. And men do it all the time. They just, but it's so much harder as a girl. How did you wipe?
Oh,
drip dry?
Who knows? I was shaking. It's Coachella, like nothing. Like
that's true. You
yeah,
probably dry
it's like
up
Survivor
quick.
almost.
Right.
I was literally in Survivor.
Yeah.
I mean, also, there's no. Are there bathrooms? I don't know how it works out there.
There's bathrooms. Yeah.
Yeah, I maybe would have just peed myself, maybe, so that way it just goes down your boot or something.
I know. Well, I didn't want a soggy boot.
Did you wear boots? Oh, you did. Mm-hmm. What top did we see? Oh, the white shorts with the black.
Yeah,
was there boots with that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wear boots every day.
With the earrings.
Everyone was wearing boots. It was a hot or cold because everyone had boots with shorts.
Freezing.
Was it
night.
really?
Super hot during the day and then freezing cold at night.
We couldn't tell the temperature based on people's looks.
A lot of furry boots.
Furry boots were definitely the in thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Tana wore the furry boots. I almost had to burn them.
You hated them?
Oh,
I'm not into the furry boots. They remind me of like a Yeti.
I kind of live for that. They make people's legs look so skinny. I'm always just like, wow, they have
my God, you would look so cute.
Oh my God, your legs would be non-existent. They'd be like little sticks. They would be cute.
I would hate. I've always had like these chicken legs, and it's so fun. Someone tagged me, and there's like a video of the dance. It's like with your boots, stop working.
Yes.
There was someone had chopsticks in penne pasta, and I got tagged in that so many times. I was like, oh my gosh.
Wait, like the penne noodles?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
And like those were the boots. It's actually the cutest video.
You kind of started that trend because you did that like months ago.
I don't think I started it, but I love that dance.
It was definitely not as popular because I went to go see On the Sound like popular, and like it was you were on there. It was the one where you're like holding your chest and you're just like boots start walking. I was like, oh yeah, but now the trend is like showing your chest, like the boots start walking.
That outfit was someone was gonna get hit in the eye. But
it was
she's
so
cute.
good though.
That was her. That's like, well, she did like a pop album before, but she's a friend of mine. She's like, I went to Catalina Island with Lauren Gray, Zach Sang. Oh wait, no, not Zach Sang. Justin Horwitz. Like I went like on a trip with them.
Oh my gosh.
Randomly. Like, and I wasn't even friends with them, but Lauren Gray randomly called me. She's like, do you want to go to Catalina Island? And I was like, sure.
What?
And she was, at the time, she had no songs out or anything. And then she just has blown up. We're like, oh my God.
Do you have like pictures with her and stuff like that?
Yeah, she was so fun. I mean, she was my friend of the weekend because it was like,
oh my God.
Lauren was with her boyfriend, but.
You're so connected to everybody. Like,
No,
that's
it was
crazy.
just it's so cool when I like see somebody who like wants to do, like, because she was telling us like how she did music and stuff. And at the time she hadn't done it. So it's so cool because now she's like performing at the like award shows and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, Dasha.
No, that's kind of everything. I feel like that would be like with you. When I see you like in a movie, I'll be like, oh my God, she did it. She like
No, I think it's kind of fun because we really are like we know so many of these people who like maybe in 10 years from now are going to be like the people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I feel like this younger generation has way more of that. Like, no, you guys know people that have become like big stars. I'm trying to think like my generation. I don't know if anyone's become like a big star from like 2006.
Right.
You know, like people that I'm like, oh, I remember when they did YouTube.
Charlie Puth, I guess. That's all we got.
I mean, that's a stretch on
He
that.
cracks me up.
You love Charlie?
No.
Do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
You're just like,
I do not know
cracks
Charlie.
you up like bad or good.
Just like him with his like little perfect pitch.
Oh my God, yeah. It's like, I love it, but also like we get it.
I have whatever is the opposite of that. Like,
wait, you don't sing? I
challenge
thought you did sing.
Oh, no.
Wait, what? Why do I remember you singing?
I better not.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't even know what pitch is. When people are like, you're on a different key, I'm like, I don't know what key
Me neither.
means.
I
Like,
don't understand that, and I don't think I ever could.
yeah, I feel like musicians you like. Did you see any at Coachella that you would have hooked up with? Is there men musicians there? I don't even know.
I had a Coachella romance.
This is the title.
No, this is horrible, and I bet this will. I talked about it on Canceled too, but it was actually horrible. I had this guy that I had hooked up with like years ago, and I've been in love with him since. Like, I love him, and I've like hardly ever seen. I mean, I see him a lot because he's like our friend, but I've obviously never hooked up with him again. And I just was like, I had to think about it every single time, and I'm like, oh, I love you. And then he was my little Coachella boyfriend. Like, randomly, we latched onto each other. It's day 2 of Coachella after I lost my phone.
Oh wow.
And so he was like, oh, you just come with me, like come with me and my friends and stuff. So we like went back to his house, went to a party, like all this stuff. And we were having the time of our lives. We're like making out in the car, whatever.
Wow.
We get to Neon Carnival, this after party. I blink, I tell you. And I turn around, he's making out with some other girl. I go,
that's the
there
worst.
is genuinely no way. And keep in mind, I am straight. He brought me here. I don't have a phone.
Oh no.
I'm like, there's no way. I almost killed the man.
What happened?
See you later. I was like, okay.
So how'd you get home?
I practically had to hitchhike because I didn't have. I tried to set up my phone or my Apple Pay to BB's phone because BB's banned from Uber. So then I'm like, oh my gosh,
no.
it was a whole thing.
And you were not with her at this point. You're just with this guy.
No, she was also at the party, so it was like I was lucky to be able to like.
Oh my God.
But I was like,
did you say anything to him?
yeah, for sure. I went up to him, I tapped him right on the shoulder, and I said, hello.
Was he just
What
like
are you doing?
rolling or something?
I go, do you agree this is very rude? And he goes, yeah, this is very rude.
You're ballsy to do that, though. I don't know if I would. I think I would just like
fully
run away.
I have videos of me like dancing, like pointing at them.
Wait, did you
Because I
post
was
that?
just so drunk, and I was like, whatever. No, I wouldn't post them because he's like, what sucks is he's like he's really my friend, and like I see him all the time. He's roommates with like one of my best friends, so I was like,
Is he your friend still now?
yeah, I'm like, whatever. It's kind of funny for the bit
Oh my God.
because I don't like him. If I liked him, I would have killed him.
Right, but you're like, this is just like a fling or whatever.
He's just like, I just think he saw it.
I definitely know when I saw someone else make out. It only happened to me once, my New Year's Eve party, and I saw the guy I was dating. He made out with someone else at midnight, and I threw my drink at him. I just threw wine at him. I was like, what?
I should have done that.
more. I like in that moment, like, yeah, that's like so rude. I'm like, it's at my house. You made me throw this party. It's like countdown 3, 2, 1. He claims she kissed him, but I still looked and I was just like,
doesn't matter.
You asshole. I'm like New Year's Eve, and I was just like, yeah, I wish.
What? Yeah, no, that was the thing. I'm like standing there. First of all, I wouldn't have even come to this party. I didn't want to come to this party. You made me come to this party. I'm standing there wearing your jacket, and now you're like making out with this girl. I'm like,
Did you keep the jacket or did you throw it at him? Like,
no, I took it off. I went, I should have kept it. But
oh man, that's wild.
I know. But he texted me. He texted me the next day, and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't even know. He's like,
he was out of it. Just like, what do they call it? Rolling.
It was like, no, it was. I found out he actually was.
Yeah, that's why I heard people say, oh, they're rolling for sure, and I was like, okay.
And also, it was like somebody who he like previously dated. So it was like, I realistically, I'm like, if my main boyfriend, you know the one, walked in, he would be kicked to the curb so fast.
Wait, if Clinton walked in, you wouldn't
No,
make out?
not
Which one? You said fake boyfriend.
No, I'm saying like my favorite boyfriend at the moment. Like if he walked in, I would have like gotten rid of this guy.
Got it. Yeah. You're like, okay, I'm gonna make out with you. That's wild.
I would have done the same thing. I'm like, you know what? Can't shame you. Can't hit the game.
Where did you lose your phone and how?
Well, I was at the Do Lab, which is somewhere I shouldn't go.
What's a Do Lab?
What's a Do Lab?
Exactly. It is like, it's a tent at Coachella where like everybody does the most drugs. It's like house music.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Moses
Exactly
knows.
right. So it's like I used to go there in college and like I would literally never go there again now, except for that Billie Eilish was doing a surprise set there and I'm obsessed with Billie Eilish. So I showed up there. I was all excited. I'm like, phone gone. No idea what happened to it.
Where was the phone?
I think it was in my hand, which is like really concerning.
Wait, someone just like grabbed it out of your hand?
I must have.
Or dropped?
Well, it was like I was drunk and it happened to so many people. We like the next day we were at the AT&T store and like 70 people were there getting new phones. And I mean like
you always hear about that at Coachella. There's always someone with a story.
it's a whole like crime operation that they have going on. It's like some people's job for the entire year is to
steal
get
the
all those
phones.
phones and sell them.
I remember there was a girl on TikTok who had like a long story about how her Uber driver helped her find her phone. Like it was a whole thing.
Yeah, Becca Moore. That's the
my
girl I
gosh,
was supposed to have a podcast with.
Oh, wait, really? Wait, what happened with that? When? Before it canceled?
I don't know. We had like all this like internet beef.
You and who? Becca?
Her, yeah.
But you guys were going to do a podcast together after the beef or before the beef?
Before the beef, and then we had the beef because of the podcast.
What
that we were supposed to
happened?
do.
Wait, do you know this, T? Do you
No.
know it? Oh, I didn't know.
No, she like pulled from it like super last minute, like randomly, and then she went on another podcast and was like, I was supposed to do this project with this person, but I found out they were like a really bad person.
But she didn't say your name.
No, but I knew she was talking about me, so I said, check this one out.
Oh my God. That's wild.
But I will say, like, I mean, since she reached out to me, God, I forget something was going on like publicly with me, like really bad, and she reached out to me and she was like, I'm really like, I hope you're doing well and stuff, and so I was like,
That's
I like
sweet.
her again.
Did you ever find out why she thought you were a bad person? That's like the most wild thing I've ever heard.
I think no. Well, I don't know. It was like something that I had said on a podcast like about her, like that I didn't think was negative, and she did.
What did you say?
I forget. I honestly forget what it was. It was like, I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But it was like she was like, why would you say this about me? And in my head, I was like, wait, why is that bad?
Yeah. I always get that too sometimes. Some people are like, oh my God, why'd you say that? I was like, I don't know. Things I don't think are bad. And sometimes I overthink things and they're like not that bad. The things I think like on Cancel, I remember thinking like, I should cut this out, because then it's like stuff that no one even picked up on, no one cared. And the stuff that people cared about, I was like, oh, I didn't even like think anything about it.
Sometimes I
like,
accidentally skip over like the big ones, and then I get in trouble for things. And I'm like, wow, I should have probably thought about that.
And Canceled's tricky too because it is so casual. You guys have such a casual vibe. It's like literally on the couch and it's like so casual. So you really think you're just talking. And there's so many times literally where I'm just like, edit this. Because I'm like, I'm just so scared. And then I'm like, what if they don't listen back to it and know where to edit out? You know what I mean? Like,
I know. I've had a lot of edits on my part go unnoticed, because like Tana and I send in our edits separately, and usually it's just Tana's edits that get done, because it's like I send mine on so far before her.
oh my God, really?
I'm like, I just like, I mean, sometimes, but I've had things get left in that like were so horrible, and I have to call and like literally like
take it out. That's like my biggest. Yeah, that's why I was asking. Like, do you think, because we have a different editor now too for our hot topics? Like, do you think he like listens to all 3 hours? Because I'm so scared I'll say edit this out and like it'll stay in or something like that.
I think they have
I
to.
know.
I wouldn't. I would just be like, this is fine. It goes up as is. I
Well,
don't know.
it's usually like not things that like the public would care about. It's things that I care about. Like I don't want people in my, like I say something too much about like somebody I'm talking to, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't say that.
Or something sounds like too aggressive. Sometimes I'm like, oh, that sounds like mean the way I said it or something like that. I don't know. It is hard. I know with podcasting, it's just hard in general, because it's like, but that's where I was going before, where you're saying you're on all these podcasts now. It's interesting because like people always have your back. Like I feel like when you go on different podcasts, people like, there's one with the boys you went on. There was like the 2 straight boys and everyone's like, they were being so mean to Brooke. But when I was talking to you about it, I think it wasn't even on Cancel, just like personally, you're like, oh, I never think anything of it. Or like Whitney or any of that
I
stuff.
think maybe I'm just used to that like behavior. I don't know. I don't have good judgment when it comes to like when people are being mean to me and stuff. I always just assume people are like being funny.
Like the boy one.
Yeah, I felt bad. Like, and not felt bad, but I felt like that was their humor. I felt like that was the bit the whole time. It was kind of like their literal whole shtick is being like these like boy, like,
and people just didn't get it. Like, you're
too good for everybody. Like, because he's like, he jokes. He's like, yeah, I'm a Nepo kid. Like, they're comedians. So I didn't think anything of it. But
like your audience just like stands so hard for you that they're like,
yeah, and we also have
rude.
completely different audience. Their audience is like who Matt Rife's audience is. Like, you know what I mean? Like people who like that like masculine like humor.
Did you know them beforehand?
I knew Lucas, one of them.
Okay, so you were like friends with them and stuff. I always wondered that, like, too. Like, I sometimes I go on people's podcasts. I've never like met them before, and I'm like Fanita, I love her, and I'd never met her, but they asked me about her practice. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I love her, and then you just never know. You're like, I wonder if this person likes me or doesn't like me, or their audience or whatever.
Yeah,
but
well, I can't imagine inviting someone on the podcast if you don't like them.
I feel like I've seen people do, or they don't know who I am. Sometimes, like back in the day, I used to go on podcasts and people like don't know anything about me. It's like actually so funny. I'm always like, wow, they do like no research about it. Like, wait, so what?
I feel like we are guilty of that sometimes with some people, but it's because sometimes I won't even know who the guest is going to be until like the day
last
of.
minute. Hard to. But that's kind of cool about your guys is like you guys kind of do go with like the flow and just like learning about the person as they're there. And I think there is something to that for sure.
Yeah, that's our approach because we're really not interviewers. That's why we try not to do that many guest episodes. But like,
yeah,
I'm not good at it. And it's hard because it's like people are like, well, that's your job. Like, get good at it. But I'm like, I don't know how. Like,
yeah,
I'm not a journalist.
Boots on the ground over here, journalist.
And I just sometimes like it is like just a natural conversation. Sometimes I don't have a lot to contribute. And then they're like, seriously, like.
Right. Because interviews, like interviewing a person is like so much harder than like this, you know, like, or when you go on Canceled or anything. Because the way you guys do it is more of like, what do they call it? A key. It's like a key, you know what I mean? Where it's just like chat, like what's going on with your life, you know?
Yeah. And that's why like sometimes people are like, you guys didn't know preparation. I'm like, do you prepare for a conversation with your best friend?
Sometimes.
Like, oh.
I did with you. I was like, ooh, let me see what I want to ask her today. Because I've seen you so many times, but I still have like so many questions. I'm always like, I need to know about this. But it's almost like I follow you, so I just like know in my head. I'm like, okay, what did I see in this past 2 weeks? And it's been so much.
But yeah, no, I didn't know those guys were being mean to me. Same thing. Whitney got like in a lot of trouble for her, and I felt bad about that too. I felt more bad about that because she had reached out to me so many times being like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. This is not what I meant.
After it came out?
Yeah. And like, she didn't understand, like, well, not that she didn't understand. She understood after like when she read all the things, but she was like, that is not what I meant. And she explained it to me because her sister has BPD.
Oh, I see.
And she was saying like, she thought that like, you're never supposed to tell somebody who has BPD that they have BPD because it's like triggering. And so she was like, I don't know. It was like this whole thing, but she, like, I mean, Whitney, I love her so much. And I do not think that she meant any malice.
I think people go so hard for you. So like any little thing, they're like, how dare you say
that? I know,
that?
I feel bad. Sometimes I'm like afraid for whoever's podcast I'm going on because I'm like, damn.
That's
like,
good though that they have your back.
I love that people have my back, but sometimes I'm like, wait, I don't think they were being mean.
I feel like that, if you don't think they're being mean, then
and if I'm not offended by something, it's kind of hard like when everybody else is. Because I'm like, I wasn't offended by that whole BPT thing at all in the moment. Only because I kind of like question it sometimes when people tell me like, because everyone's out here like just like watching a TikTok and thinking like, oh, I must have this,
diagnosing themselves,
and so I don't like. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, well, trust me.
Yeah,
take my word for it. I will show you.
I feel like because you're not so like outwardly chaotic online. You know what I mean? You don't show your like ups, your downs really.
And even sometimes I mean, I don't know if you relate to this, but when I'm in like a good place, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't got it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's almost like I have no sense of like emotional permanence. Like I can't even remember feeling that way or acting or behaving that way. I'm like, no, I'm like completely mentally normal. And then it takes like one major trigger where I'm like,
oh, I feel that way for sure too. I really think I'm like, oh my God, my baby cured me of my mental illness, you know, or eating disorder. Like I remember being pregnant and being like, oh, I don't like overeat anymore and I'm cured of eating disorder. And then like something else creeps up and you're like, oh yeah, or me locking myself in a bathroom for like 4 hours. Like, oh yeah, actually I do have this. Yeah.
In phases, but sometimes I have like periods of time for a long time where I'm like, you know what? I'm cured. I've gotten that. Like I'm doing just fine. And maybe I was wrong.
I think that proves you're a BPT right there. They're always like, I'm good now, actually. It's like, are you?
Well, people clipped it too, and they were like, she's self-diagnosed. Everyone went crazy with it online. I'm like, nobody said that.
That's crazy. Yeah, people just run with it. That's the problem. Like, going on. That's why I'm so scared to go on podcasts in general, because it's like knowing something will be clipped, you know, and I get nervous.
Well, people like just, someone made that up, but it's like, it doesn't matter like where it came from, because they hear it from one other person, and then everyone runs with it.
And then it becomes
like, that was weird. But I also like, I don't know if I even agree with that like situation, because I'm like, if somebody did self-diagnose, some people don't have the resources or the money or whatever to even get diagnosed, and if they think, you know what I mean, I don't know, I kind of think it's weird.
I get that, because people want to like feel like they understand why they are the way they are, so they hear people with borderline and like that sounds like something I definitely got in trouble for that, because during the whole dissociative identity sort of thing, there was a time when Anthony Padilla interviewed this girl who had DID, and I like my initial video was just very much like, oh my God, that's probably what I have. Like I wasn't like diagnosed, but I was like, that sounds like something I have where you have like these multiple personalities and voices in your head.
You know yourself the best.
Yeah, so I was like, I did the video, and obviously, yeah, that's when people got offended. And then of course, then my borderline kicked in where I was like, now I'm gonna get pissed because everyone hates me. So it's like all this like weird stuff, but I think it makes sense because people just want to identify like what the problem is, and like you said, the people don't have the money to go to therapy.
Yeah, well, I feel bad for the people like it doesn't exist if you haven't been diagnosed. That's what bothered me. Is like, like, cause I have, and like, but that to me is like, so like, I probably like, I would have figured it out whether someone told me or not.
Yeah, my original diagnosis was just like, I had a therapist tell me like, you have traits of it, and everyone kept saying traits of it. And then I saw Dr. Drew, and it was just like, he's like, oh yeah, you're a borderline. So it's like, it was all just like traits. But I'm like, okay, so does that mean I'm certified borderline? I'm going to the classes.
I don't know if it's like they write it down and say like this, like put a stamp on it, but. Mine's kind of the same thing, like especially because I had my mom, and that's what I got myself in trouble saying is like, my mom has it, but I was saying that because it's hereditary.
Yeah.
So, but I had always seen it in them, and I'm like, well, here it comes.
It is interesting, how people they take. Well, I get it. Mental health's like such a serious thing, but people, take it and go one way.
Me too.
They get
like,
offended for you.
I don't know, but then it's like everyone else diagnoses you. I'm like.
That's true.
You should see what I was getting on tour. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wait, what did they say on tour?
In person?
No, like my DMs, everyone's like,
oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It was
Could
just,
you imagine they just go to you like, you're a narcissist?
Yeah.
No, it's not even worth talking about. But like,
that's why you shouldn't check your DMs though. Like then you get those bad ones. And
I know,
then they
but
make
the
you,
nice ones like make me so happy.
You need a moderator in your DMs. You need someone to go through and just delete the nasty ones.
I really do, or like filter words or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised you don't.
I probably should.
Yeah, you're getting to the point. You need an editor. You need to start like a little moderation.
Yeah. I'm sure you can find someone.
Honestly, I was slaying with no phone. I'm like, maybe I'll just throw it out.
Isn't it the best when you don't like not have a phone? It kind of is like freeing. It's kind of like, oh man, I don't have to like check anything.
The best time at Coachella, I think, because of that. Because I just felt like I was in college again, and like I had nothing to do except for like frolic.
Oh, that's the best. Were you down there all 3 nights? Mm-hmm. Is there food down there?
Oh my gosh, she would die.
Wait,
because
really?
It's music, foods, and arts, like festival. So like places come from all over the country, and it's like the best of everything that you can find. So the best pizza, the best noodles, the best like Chinese. It's so good.
Oh, I always thought you had to like prepare like you're in the desert for like ever.
No, I ate enough this weekend. Like I can probably like stop for like weeks.
You always have the best food. Yeah, you said you had a cheesy egg bacon thing or something this morning.
I did. It's literally the other half is in my car, and I'm gonna eat it after this Thursday.
You always have the best like food things. So you always find like good food.
I eat like a 12-year-old. I only eat like really like
fried or
yeah.
I love that. That's so then you just go to Aloe and work it off.
Yeah.
I was like, you look so good. Like it's amazing. If I ate like that, I'd be like crazy.
But I think it's because I'm very satisfied by what I'm eating. Like it's just I'm not like
thinking about other food and
because when I try to eat healthy or like in high school and stuff, when I was like really trying to like lose weight and stuff, I was binge eating so bad because I was like the whole day I like restricted myself, and then all of a sudden I'm like at night I'm just
That's my problem too, is I restrict myself so much. That's why I've never been able to lose weight, because then I just like binge and I just eat so much.
It just is so bad. Like it's more mentally bad for you because it's like I don't know. When I started really just like eating like honestly unhealthy things, it just felt I was sad. It like scratches the itch, and then I'm like I don't have to eat all this food because I'm gonna end up eating it at the end of the night anyway.
Right. So it's like
now I'm eating that in it also all the healthy stuff, and now it's like I'm eating more than I would have if I just ate the other.
That makes sense. Yeah, they say mental health like you should eat better. If you have like bad mental health, eat better. It makes you feel better. But
well, I think I've noticed such a difference in how I feel like mentally since I've been working out.
I hate
to admit it because every time someone would tell me that, I'm like, I hate you.
Endorphins really be wild. They really do a difference. Yeah.
We used to go for walks every day. I was like, I definitely was happier. I do feel that way. I feel like I'm sassier these days. I'm just like not working out.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
And you are literally pregnant.
Maybe that too. Just all of it. Just me laying around all day eating and doing nothing. I'm just like, okay. But pregnant people like work out. They run. Like Meghan Trainor was like working out. Like
that is crazy to me. I see people doing like crunches pregnant. I'm like, oh, are they okay in there?
That's wild to me because like I don't think you're supposed to. Like even getting out of bed, they're like you're supposed to go to your side because you're literally like crunching a baby.
That is so crazy.
I mean, I don't know.
The baby's doing a little crunch too.
That is true because they're the whole thing. Where do they go? Like that's crazy.
I don't know. It's so crazy.
Have you seen a pregnant person at Aloe? That would be tea.
Ooh.
Wait, I think I did. Oh, yes,
wow.
yes. Someone was doing reformer Pilates with a big old belly. I was like,
what?
that's like dangerous because I've like fallen off the machine. Like,
Oh, those machine ones look crazy. The ones you guys do. You and Octopus do it a lot where you guys are like putting the
I
legs
love
up.
when you call him Octopus.
What, Octopus Lover? Is that it? Octopus Lover.
yes, and it looks so easy. It is so hard.
No, it looks
looks
hard.
hard.
Oh
And
my
you guys
God.
are synchronized. You guys are all synced up doing it.
I love it. It's fun just because everyone's there. I probably wouldn't want to do that by myself.
That's so crazy because it just looks like only 2 people are there
Well,
at
it
a
is,
time.
but like it's like people who I want to be with. Like,
Yeah.
if I were just sometimes I actually do it by myself, but I'm still there, and I'm like, I love it.
Is it like in a lobby, like in a part, like a floor?
It is literally like a mall. Like you walk in and it's aloe, everything. There's like the ceilings up like 7 stories, literally. It's just huge because everyone works out of there. It's aloe headquarters.
Oh, so they have their little gym.
So all the office people, like all the people who just work at aloe, also work out of there. And then the gym is just like a little component of it.
Damn, Aloe really popped off. I feel like it was like not that big a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Now
someone tried to
everyone-
make a video the other day. Well, she did make a video, and I'm just talking about how aloe is like falling off, and this is why. And I was like, you could never make me hate her.
Wait, why? Why did they say that? That's like seeing you fall off. Like when you have 1 million views, it's like you didn't fall off. You're
I
like,
think she said like they're just too influencer focused and stuff, which I get why they would say that, but also like I don't know.
It works.
I'm gonna go so long as I'm invited. So.
yeah, and everyone's buying it because of you guys, so that like makes sense. I love the bag. I got like an aloe thing, and I just love that like tie dye bag they have, the gray one.
Me too. I
so cool.
If you spend like X amount of dollars, they give you one, and I just like keep collecting them.
Yeah, we have so many of those. I used to buy aloe. Like I was like in my aloe phase like a couple years ago when I could fit into it, but maybe I'll get back to it. If you could pick one brand, what would you pick? Aloe, Revolve, or White Fox?
Oh, aloe. Well, I shouldn't say no White Fox because
Oh, yeah. You look great in White Fox.
But-
You influenced me to buy it.
I love it. I love all of those brands, but I'm really in my aloe.
You're
phase
yeah,
right
you've been
now.
saying that. You're like, I like aloe forever. And then the dream brand, because you had aloe was your dream brand. You
I
have
know.
a new
I
one?
said that.
Yeah.
See, I'm manifesting. I said that on this show. I said
Last
aloe is
time.
my dream brand.
And now you're there.
And Celsius, and I got Celsius too.
You were drinking your Celsius.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's kind of everything.
Because the
Where's
one
your
time
Celsius?
I really like, I left it in my car. I was just looking for it.
Oh.
But I really like that's my dream is to only have things that I actually use in a day. Like I want a Redken deal so bad. Oh, that's a good one because it's like I use Redken and I always talk about how I've used Redken for years.
I saw someone saying Brooke uses Redken, so I'm like, but does she
I
actually?
do, but I'm like, pay me. Well,
it's a soft one. What's it called? Soft?
Redken All Soft. I've never ever even so much as gotten it gifted to me. I
Wait,
actually
really?
use that every single time. So
I feel like Redken is
I'm like,
that-
come on, Redken.
I want to buy it. What's it? It's Redken All Soft?
Redken All Soft. It's my
buy it.
favorite. And sometimes I'll switch because you're supposed to switch your shampoo and conditioner like every few months.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll switch, but I always go back and then I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I ever didn't use this.
Oh my God, that's like the dream to have that. Your hair is like so perfect. It's actually
I
crazy.
think but hair is mostly genetic. I think.
Next week you're gonna be in like Redken headquarters or something.
Oh my
Just
God,
like the
right?
aloe.
So I'm like, I know, but now I know that it works. I feel like, God, I should really put some thought into that.
But Redken is a good one.
Wait, what about you guys? What are your dream brands?
Oh, that's a good question.
Fashion Nova?
Yeah, that one's free.
I got it sponsored from them. It's coming up.
Wait, yay.
Yeah.
I used to work with Fashion Nova, but I was so bad at posting. I'm really bad sometimes at doing like the fashion deals because I don't really
actual
post
work.
fashion content generally.
But
Well,
anything you just wear, everyone's like, oh, where did Brooke get this? Hey,
Yeah.
does anyone know?
I
Like,
love
that's
that.
like the number one thing every time like a new like episode comes out. It's like,
Well, that's why
where's
I
Brooke's
love
stuff
like
from?
really like organic like things like that because it's like those
It's
are
just
the best
naturally
deals.
would
Like
wear
some
it.
people,
Yeah.
like there's some influencers who are so good at, or influencers who are so good at it. Like you don't even know certain things are deals
Oh, I
because they're
know.
like, and like the brand agrees to it. I have a hard time with brands sometimes because they don't know. A lot of them don't know what's going to do well and stuff. And like if I post a video where I'm just like, I love this and this is why, it's not going to do well. But if I'm
Yeah.
like in a normal video, you know what I mean? I
Just not even paying attention to it. Like your boots on tour, I feel like everyone was trying to figure out like where you guys got your boots, the matching ones, the Steve Madden ones.
Right.
And I was like, wait, where are those from? And then I think I saw on Reddit, someone's like, oh no, these are the
Yeah,
Steve
I feel
Madden
like that's
ones.
almost like a more effective way to do it.
For
'cause-
sure, because
but-
people want those, or your outfits on tour, just anything that you guys didn't mention. I was like, oh yeah, or I went on your podcast. I think Tana had a Brandy Melville, and I was like, oh my God, that's like everything. They should sponsor her.
I think they're getting
They're
in trouble.
canceled, I think.
Are they canceled? Well, I feel like they've been canceled for so many years. I mean, they've been hating fat people for a long time.
I
It's
know
not
it
anything new.
really is so crazy crazy, but they really come through with the basics.
Yeah, your tee is brandy, right? Because I remember on the podcast you had like a little like fitted brandy, and I was like, you're the smallest person I know, and you're like, it fits you perfectly. So I couldn't imagine anyone else.
Yeah, it's just a good white t-shirt, and they're so cheap. There's like $15.
See, they're uncancelable. That's what I'm saying. Some people are just uncancelable. It's like just like people don't care. They just forgive. I mean, what did they get? They're just getting canceled because of the one size thing.
I guess so.
No,
yeah.
I think it's deeper than that. I want to watch.
Yeah, the owner or something, right?
Yeah, and I think they were like discriminating, like certain girls could work on the floor and certain girls had to work in the back, and it was just like it was
based
not,
on like
not the vibes. And I have since not been shopping there. That's the tea.
Yeah, you can't just like burn clothes just because it's like now.
No, but this is my favorite white t-shirt.
Yeah, if you've already bought it, you don't need to destroy it.
Yeah,
you know?
and I don't want it to go to waste because that's even worse.
Yeah, that t-shirt is cute on you,
like
and the jeans
purse.
are cute. The whole thing is cute. This whole thing.
Where are the jeans from?
A Goldie.
And the shoes.
These shoes showed up in the mail. I don't even know what brand they are, but they were in the mail the other day, and I was like, oh, I kind of like them.
And the red nails are just like such a slay.
I've been having red nails, but they're all snapped off because I don't know why. I always have red nails. I pretty much.
Really? I always get them during Christmas time.
I just had green nails by a mistake.
What that green is in? Green, yeah.
No. It was Shrek green. The color was literally called "Get Out Me Swamp."
Ooh, I kind of love it. It matches your Jeep, your Bronco.
I know. Well, that's what I was like. That was in my head. But as soon as I started getting them, I was like, oh no.
Then you never say anything. You're never like, I don't like these.
No, I couldn't, and so I just had to like rock with the green.
Just
nails
go with
them.
them.
It was so.
Green is in though. I see everyone wearing even like the forest green.
Green is my favorite color.
But every car now is emerald too. I feel like I have my car as emerald, but there's another car too I saw and I was like, oh, everything's emerald right now. It's very
a good color, and it looks good on everybody.
I usually green they put in like movies if you want to look sick, they put you in green.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you like if they like if you ever notice in movies when someone's sick, they always put them in like green to make them look sicker.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's not good.
I know. I have a lot of green too.
Do you? Oh yeah, I guess you do. Yeah.
Was it Aloe the one that you said you weren't sure wanted to work with you? Was that the one? Oh my god! And that turned around so fast.
That's
I know.
crazy.
And we joke about it now because they're like, we had no idea that you even wanted to come here, and I'm like, well, that's crazy because I was literally going on every single week.
Talk about it everywhere. Yeah, we got Wendy's hats. We got bucket hats.
That was big for us. Yeah,
got
and a gift card.
Oh, we did get a gift card for them. I think that's about it.
I try not to like have too many things because it's hard for me. Like I don't have anywhere to put them.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a storage unit or something like that.
I know, but I just like I don't like having stuff. Like a lot of stuff.
Really, you're minimalist.
Makes me no, but I'm anxious and I just hate like feeling like I don't have places for things, and then my space is just a mess.
I kind of, believe it or not, get like that. People think my house, oh my God, I have so much shit. But I had so much more shit before. I mean, if we get rid of stuff, I mean, I have a Poshmark and my mom posts like 30 things a day on there because I'm just like, I need to get rid of things all the time. Like,
me too. There's a little like outside of the coffee shop by my house, there's a thing that you can just put clothes in. It's like for the women's center. I go there like twice a week and I'll just throw so much stuff in there because I can't have all it.
Have it. Do you think you'll ever go to like a bigger space? Because right now you're like in a high rise bougie,
yes, but I'm so
Schaefer's old apartment.
I know.
Right?
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Age.
But I'm cheap. Like not cheap, but if I'm gonna spend like what a 2-bedroom costs in my building, like that would be so stupid to not just like be in a house.
Would you buy it or rent?
I would buy a house. I don't know a lot about buying a house. I didn't
know anything about buying a house either.
And also, like, have you guys had like issue? Like, a lot of people say that it's like so much more trouble.
Oh my God,
than
our whole house.
And I think it helps that you are married because if I almost feel like as a single person, I don't think I would be able to handle that.
I would leave this house. If something happened to Moses, I would leave the house because it's just too much all the time happening, and it's just like so frustrating.
Just abandon it.
Yeah,
I just saw Jeanette McCurdy was on a podcast, and she was like, I owned a house, and now I live in an apartment. She's like, because it was more trouble than it was worth.
I think you're right. If you're like a single, it's just so. I'm overwhelmed. I don't even do it. Like we finally fixed leaks, and then there's ant problem, and then it's always something. It's always like tiles today. They were fixing tiles.
I can't handle that. Like God forbid, there's the cat food with maggots in my apartment, and I nearly burned the place to the ground.
And then you like house too. Like we live in a mountain, so then you get like mice, and he's changing mice traps, and then there's one that's dead in the thing. So when we turn the heat on, we smell a burning mouse, and it's just like, oh my God, it's crazy. But he can't find it, so I make sure we call pest control. He's like, because he'll put the traps up there, but then they eat the food. It's just crazy. So there's like a dead mouse somewhere that we keep smelling.
See, that's so like I don't know if I could handle all that. But then I feel stupid because renting is just so.
It feels like you're wasting money.
Well, you are. You're poor. You're literally throwing all your money away.
I support renting 100%. Like I mean, again, I have a Moses, but like if you don't, like I just think it's actually so hard. Like I actually would like move to like a condo or something.
But I also like I love apartment living. I love I feel so safe and just. I love being in the high rise. I love the amenities. Like I love that stuff.
Me too,
In
yeah.
a house, I think I would feel alone.
It's scarier if you live by yourself. The one I rented in Studio City when I met him, I was like terrified, and rightfully so. People were always showing up to my house.
Really?
Because like they know you live alone, and nowadays even if renting, like any influencer, like when I rented that house, like immediately goes on like what is it, like Dirty or something like that. It's like one of these sites that show everything.
Oh.
That is so horrible.
And they put it, even when I was just renting a house, they put it up right away. So it's like sucks.
But yeah, if I got a 2-bedroom, I think I couldn't sleep at night because of the amount of money. And like, it doesn't matter how much money I make. Like, I don't like to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, and then when you think back about it too, like just like spending money on rent is a lot. I mean, that's the only bad thing. But at the same time, you are getting like everything kept up and stuff. Because I think it's Jeanette McCurdy who said she spent more money on her house than she ended up getting back. So, and that's usually what happens.
Yeah, she lost money on it. It was just like a whole thing.
Yeah, I love her. We should get her on the podcast.
Oh my God, she is so good on a podcast. I love hearing her just speak.
Yeah.
She's so smart.
No, she is. There's certain podcast guests that are just like so good everywhere they go, and it's like, but that's like you. I love seeing you on all the podcasts, like the one you did with was it Wendy?
Gabby Wendy. She's so cute.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you're like the first guest on people's podcasts too. I'm like, that's everything.
So cute.
I know,
You're,
that makes me really happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, aw.
I love it. And you're just like, yeah, absolutely. I love people who do that. Like, we'll go on a podcast before it's even like out, Like Holly did that for me. She came on my podcast before it was even out. I was like, I love that. Like, you don't even care.
You're an icon. Also, I was also a fan, like a big fan of Gabby when she did Bachelorette and stuff. So I was so excited when she asked me. I was like, no way.
Is there a podcast that you regret going on?
I've had like times when I like regret saying things and I wish I didn't. Yes, I do. I regret going on Zach Sang show.
Really?
OT,
there's clips out of it, right? Because that whole thing was crazy to me because it's like you did the episode, but there's clips out.
Yeah, so I let them put some of the clips. I felt bad ultimately because their thing is like such a whole production. There's like when you film Zach Sang show, there's like 9 people there, and like there's people who edit. There's people like there's someone for everything. So I felt bad like I had wasted all these people's time and stuff. But I also wasn't the one who said that episode couldn't come out. It was like a mutual decision, and then he told everybody I said it couldn't come out.
Oh, gee.
It was more so like we were kind of worried, like, I don't know, when you say something horrible about people, you have to like still worry about that person's mental health, like whether they're horrible or not. Although
hard.
I'm not really that concerned about it these days.
Now you're like, whatever. Let's air it. Zach saying, let's air that episode.
Well, now that everybody knows, it's like whatever. Well, I also I know he wanted that story so bad. That's why he leaked it before I had the chance to say anything about it. So it like kind of made me feel like gross about it. That I'm like, why am I I don't want to do it here.
For something like that, you want to go somewhere that like,
where I feel safe
and like respected.
And that's exactly right. Like I would have
Yeah.
loved to like, I feel comfortable like talking with you and like saying certain things, whereas I didn't.
Yeah, for
if
sure.
someone I know doesn't even have my best interest at heart, I'm like, well, I don't know why I'm going to do that.
That is interesting. Yeah, that's the funny about podcasts is when you go on someone's that you don't know and you're just all of a sudden spilling everything. I felt like that with like Call Her Daddy. Like she was nice and she obviously was very like sweet and stuff like that. But I'm like, why am I saying so much? Like, why am I telling her my whole life story?
Sometimes I'm nervous and I just am talking, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to shut the f up.
Yeah, I was telling her stuff no one knows about, and I literally had to edit. I would send a letter to the editor and be like, can you edit all that out? Because like I've never told anyone that, and here I'm just like saying every like childhood trauma I've ever had on this show that I don't even know.
Yeah, I understand how that could happen though. I feel like people do that with Call Her Daddy a lot too, because it's just so like.
It's interesting because she's actually just like really bubbly. She's not like an Oprah where it's like, I want to just confess my whole feeling to you. It's just like, I don't know. It's like a weird thing. I guess it's a comfortability thing. You're just like, okay, I can share whatever. And then your dream podcast was Theo Von. What is it now? Is it still him?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I would even want to go on Theo Von, though. I would be so nervous to talk to him.
You have to fly to Nashville, too.
Yeah. No, he has a studio in LA, too.
Oh, he does?
I think he has the same studio both places, which is interesting.
So
you never know if he's in Nashville or LA. I know it's crazy because he has so much money.
Really?
He has to because, like, I mean, he's doing 10 times the size rooms that we're doing and, like, all the time.
Oh, he's on tour
constantly.
too?
He's always touring, yeah.
What's he do? He does stand-up or the podcast?
Stand-up, and then his podcast is, like, has to make him so much money, too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was, like, tour. Oh, interesting. Yeah, stand-ups, I'm surprised don't have more podcasts. Like, I'm surprised more people don't do it. Like comedians.
I almost feel like every comedian has a podcast.
I was going to say, I think like every
Matt Rife? He doesn't have a podcast?
Well, he can't even go on a podcast without ruining his own life.
That's true.
Poor guy.
He really does air out all the dirty laundry. I saw him on someone's podcast talking about how he bought a house for his mom and how his mom was like, and then he just said his mom was like greedy and wanted more. And I'm like, why are you talking so bad about your mom? Like,
honestly,
so
though, I get that.
What did you think about seeing his ticket prices, by the way?
Were they low or high?
They were low. I think the Hollywood Bowl was like $5 or something.
I think what happened was, I think most of his, like, because it sold out so fast, it was a lot of people who bought them to resell them. Not to say he can't sell out a show, but I think they just found out that they couldn't sell them or like weren't selling them, so they had to make them super cheap.
Oh, and just get
So
rid
that
of
was
them.
real, the $5 thing.
Yeah, because I looked it up. I did some journalism to fact check, but in Canada he was doing really well. But in everywhere
I
else,
feel like he just got 2 more Netflix specials.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Guys
he's like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, the joke is he's still doing really well.
Yeah.
Like, no, he is not losing sleep over anything, but
Guys are so uncancelable. It's like, I know it's like so
well, there's
annoying,
always
but-
going to be like, it's so funny because I had like so many like middle-aged women who were like commenting, like saying I was just like, they're like, she's just a little clout chaser.
Oh
She's
my
mad because
God.
he didn't choose her. I'm like, honestly,
Well, you know, you have a
no,
podcast.
I'm kidding. But I'm like, I don't know. Hello, that's my job. Sorry, got to keep the lights on.
And it's true. It's like when something like that big happens, it's like, and you were so had his back for so long until like shit really hit the fan, and then you're like, okay.
Yeah, and I got to
Okay,
give the
it's true.
people something. Hello.
Yeah, I love that, and that's why we love you, because I was just like, yeah, you have to share your life, you know.
I know, and I try sometimes like to like not, and then everyone hates it because they're like, "Hello,
Boring.
This was your whole thing." People are mad at me, right? Well, not mad at me, but like I get a lot of things that are saying like, "She's too afraid of like criticism," or "She's too afraid of being judged." I'm like, yeah, because you're criticizing me and judging me.
Well, every little thing you do, it's like so scary. I know. I go back and forth with it, being like, oh my God, I don't want to get canceled. And then I'm like, oh, well, that's why people watch though. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
I look up so much to like Tana and stuff who just doesn't even, it doesn't phase her really. And it's made her so much bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every little scandal she's been in, she just gets bigger
because
and bigger.
it's real, you know. It's like the Wendy Williams fact. I wish I love her, but it's like I could never be her. It's like she's just real. She just says like what's on her mind, you know. And they have these very similar scandals, the death to all of them. You know, it's like it's because it's like obviously like this joke, but it's also like so real. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah. I just also have like literally 2 personalities. So sometimes like sometimes my like reserved personality will watch my other one and be like,
you're like, give more.
please stop, or like I'll just be like, shut up, like you're ruining your own image.
Well, that's what's cool about you. You have both. It's like sometimes the spicy one comes out. You know what I mean?
I know, but then the anxiety I feel even after like
Yeah.
a live show, I'm like, I cannot believe I said that. I cannot believe I said that. Like,
yeah. But you said
You
it.
did.
It's out there.
there's worse jobs to have.
We have a question from one of our patrons.
Ooh.
Jason from Patreon says, where do you see you and Tana in 5 years?
Ooh, hopefully still touring. I feel like we're gonna want to tour until like we literally can't tour
Really?
anymore. We love it's so much fun, and like it's just special. It's so cool for people to like actually physically show up for you, because it's like it's one thing for people to just like click on your video, and hopefully with a really really big Alex Cooper style deal.
Oh my! Are you guys shopping it around at all? Like, are you trying to?
I think so, but I think we've got our deal that we're gonna sign.
Wait, oh right, because you guys go by like seasons, right? You said like,
Yeah, we just ended a season, so we're about to, I think, re-sign with the same company.
oh, okay, that's good. So they're giving you a good deal. And are you
But
signing?
I'm like, Spotify, if you're listening,
your company's like, wait, what? Well, Spotify has
hey,
no money,
whoever's
so.
paying the most.
Yeah. That's good. So you're happy with your deal? Is it just like you go by year, like season by season? Or?
I think this one's it will be a 2-year deal.
Do you guys get cash up front? Not that's like.
No, I think so. Or this one, no. Tana's our last one, Tana got. It was her podcast only at the time, so she got like a crazy signing bonus.
This next one, then, do you guys have any difference in changes of seasons? Like, what like separates a season? Like season 1 to season 2,
Nothing. We've already like the last 3 episodes have been season 2. No one knows about it.
Oh, okay. I thought you do like a whole
just because we were
change up.
like the original contract was 43 episodes, and now we're on like more than that. I think.
Damn.
When's our season 2? Right now. We can really make it up.
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe after, I don't know. We just make it up. We don't have a contract with anyone. Season 2 starts now. Maybe after the baby, because we are trying to change up a little bit then. So maybe.
Yeah.
But then how do we change it? Do we change the set? Because they always change things for season 2.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to have a set again because it really
Yeah.
it is
Graphics.
cool, but it's hard to
Yeah.
get. Like it would have to be like in Tana's house because to get her anywhere else is like sometimes a little complicated.
It's wild to me when people don't want to do it in their house. Like, it's like crazy. I'm like, if you can do it in your house, do it in your house. It's so much easier.
I know.
Rather than like go to, because people want to go. Oh, the Spotify studios are pretty bouge. I was like,
So nice. Well, but like, have you ever been to Dear Media?
no, what is this? I see this literally everywhere.
It's like so many podcasts are Dear Media podcasts, but they have a studio out of the PDC.
BDC.
Pacific Design Center, the one like right next to Catch, the
Oh,
big
yeah.
red, blue, green building.
Last time I was there was like abandoned, that place. Like
Really?
nobody was in there. It used to be so crowded. And
Well,
then I went.
a lot of like random businesses will work out of there, and they'll have like random like Emmy parties and stuff there.
okay.
But all the Dear Media studios are in there, and it's so official. Like you go up there, and there's like it feels like you're in like the Devil Wears Prada or something. Like there's someone at the desk, and it's like
Who do they have? Like what kind of podcasts?
they have they have like all the Bachelor girls. I feel like are Dear Media.
Do they all have the same set? Like the white? Is it the white background? Oh yeah. And I see the little microphones with the little cubes and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they say Dear Media on there.
I wonder if they get money up front. Like I want to know who gets the money up front.
I think they do. I don't know. I remember when I was shopping around with Becca, we were like talking to Dear Media, but I think that the cut was like kind of crazy.
Oh, because they have to like recoup it probably. The Spotify one, I remember I did the Julia Fox, and it was like that was like 40 people working on it. It was like crazy. It was like such a and that was temporary because they filmed in New York.
But then you have to pay all of those people. So I'm almost like I'd rather just.
Good point. Unless it's Amazon like giving you $100 million, then it's like, was it worth
work
it? Yeah.
God. Hello, Amazon. I'm like, honestly, if Amazon's listening, I mean, shopping still.
Yeah, you're like, we just signed 2 years. You're like,
Well, I don't
we're
think
looking for anyone.
I don't know if we've signed it yet or not, but
I mean, that's kind of everything. And you guys do have such a great setup. It's casual. It's easy.
I know I love it. But I loved having I love seeing podcasts with sets. I think it's interesting. It's like cute.
But then
your
you see
guys' is so cute.
But you see it in person, and it's like it's literally just like it's not really a set. It's just like this little room with whatever.
It is very much a set.
Well, you said Remy. I don't want to see Remy and Alicia's now. That's
God,
like
it's just like it had to be like so expensive.
Yeah, because it's a whole apartment, right?
Yeah,
That's
they
just
have the
a
whole
set.
apartment for it. Tana and I have talked about doing that too, like buying an apartment and just
you guys should
doing
get a
it.
house, like Call Her Daddy style. Just have a whole house for it.
I don't think we got budget
I
like
think
that quite
so.
yet.
I think you guys totally could.
A year of touring.
Yeah, right. But the vibe is so cool, and I feel like if you guys change it, it's just like not the same. You know what I mean? Like your black couch, everyone has like it's so polarizing. People love it or hate it. So I think you need to keep that for sure.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it gets the job done. Like that doesn't make a difference in the views or anything for us. So it's
Yeah.
like,
No, you guys get so many views just literally chilling on a couch. And I'm like, that's the best thing ever. You guys always look snatched. Maybe that's why. You guys always look so cool in it. I'm always like, wow.
it's the black couch. The black is slimming.
And you have such a good spot because you're in the middle of
yeah,
it.
you look tiny
I'm like,
there.
I'm so little tiny. Back
Last time
there.
I was on a forefront, but also pregnant,
kidding.
so I'm just like humongous. I was like, I just knew it, and I just leaned into it. I was like, at this point, I'm just gonna be the blob on the couch.
It is just like it's just an interesting setup. But I did the same. Our last one was like a rounded couch, and it was the same thing where I was in the back, and then there was two people on the sides of me, and I was like, I love
you
this.
know it. You know and I love that it changes when different guests come on too, because I think it was like Megan Trainor and Chris, you had a different jelly roll, and Bunny, you had a different. And I was like, I love
everybody
that.
always said, well, I just show up and it's set up however people want to do it.
I love that. And I love when what was it, the Santa one, we showed up and you're like, I didn't know I was wearing this today. I was like, I kind of live that you just go with it.
Well, yeah, Tana will always toss things on me. She'll be like, yeah, actually, you're wearing the Santa's helper outfit. And I'm like, okay, perfect. My legs are like, my leg hair was like this long. I'm like, perfect.
You're down for it. I know. I wish we would have dressed up in costume last time. I miss costumes. After pregnancy, we're going to go back to costumes.
I want to do a costume. I want to come on here.
Yeah.
I get so jealous of everybody who gets to do the costume.
Oh my
costumes.
God. I love when people want to. I never ask because I always think like people don't want to, but it's like when people ask, like Olivia Bryan was like, we should dress up. I was like, really? Okay, sure.
Oh my God, I would love to.
What would we
I have to
be?
watch that episode. I love Olivia Bryan.
Oh yeah. How are you doing with saving money? Because I remember our first episode, you're like, spending is just like my weakness.
Good at saving. I got so high on it because like it's so fun once you start saving and you're like, oh my God, this is so fun.
Just seeing it
like,
stack up.
Yeah.
Ooh. Not relatable to me, but I love that.
I love it because it's so fun to put like a chunk in there. And like I have a lot of my things like set up to just go straight to the savings. Like YouTube, TikTok, all of that goes just straight to savings. So I pretend that's not even, I don't get paid for that.
Oh, that's so smart. I'm lucky just to keep mine at the same balance each month. I'm like, well, we finally have savings. Now I just try and keep it at that mark,
Well,
you know?
I'm saving it for taxes, which I'm about to have to.
OT.
Responsible. Yeah. It is crazy taxes in general. Like, why? Why do we have to pay that?
It's so fun. I'm like, it's turning me, like, it's really messing me up in my head. I'm like, oh no.
It really makes no sense when you think about it.
Right.
It like does, but it doesn't. I'm like, have someone else do it. I think I really understand that standpoint. I'm like, have Bill Gates do it.
Seriously, I feel like the government should pay for the taxes.
I think they do. Wait,
I don't think they do.
Honestly, it like goes like this.
Yeah, because when you see like, when there's like potholes, people say that's tax dollars at work, and there's still potholes or whatever. And I'm like, I think it's supposed to like go to fixing roads.
Maybe we need Hassan to just like break down taxes or something. Because I really don't know, but it seems just like a waste and like a scam, really. Because then the really really rich people always have like
never have to pay.
Yeah, they get
out of it.
Get out of it. Yeah.
I guess that's why they say eat the rich. Hassan has a shirt that says that. or tax the rich. I don't know.
I feel like we should know. Like maybe I should learn about this.
There's only so much that we can possibly know, though, and I feel like we know a good amount of other stuff.
And who wants to hear about that?
Yeah, I know everything there is to know about Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, so you're a Swiftie. So
yeah,
you
I'm
are
a Swiftie, but I don't actually know. I'm just saying like the things that really matter.
Right.
I'm like, fuck taxes.
Because taxes, you just gotta pay them anyways. You know what I mean? It's like death. It's like when people think about death, I'm like, you're just gonna die. Don't think about it.
When I've had jobs, obviously in the past,
it just comes
out, and then you never see it. I have such a hard time knowing that it was mine, and now I have to give it away.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me either. They should just take it.
I'm trying to do that right now. Like I'm having, since I've been with Greg, I haven't even let them pay me for anything. So I'm like, you keep that. I don't need to see it.
Wait, what? Why?
So that when because I know that I'm gonna have to, like, I just don't want that to be in my account. I don't want any of that. I don't want tour money. I don't want nothing.
Oh, well, make sure it gets into your account at some point.
It will. Someone's got it somewhere.
Wasn't there something crazy with podcasters? I think it was like Whitney and Theo. Like they had this big company that was doing ads.
They got scammed bad. I saw Theo talking about it.
Yeah, what happened? He said it was like hundreds of $1,000s that they didn't get because did the company go bankrupt or what happened?
I'm not sure. I forget what it was, but I know. Oh my God, I would lose it.
It happened with YouTubers too back in like 2018. It was kind of like a full screen, and they would collect your AdSense, and then they kind of just folded up, and everyone just lost their AdSense. You remember? I forgot what that one was called.
Oh my God, how is that not illegal?
Because if you like fold up, like who are you gonna sue? Like the company no longer exists, you know. So it's like at least try to get that money out. I always think that too, just with my little bit of cameos. I always think I'm gonna let it save up in there, but even for like $300, I'm like I better take that out just in case cameo bellies up or something, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I love feeling like I have like this imaginary savings account that I don't even know what's in there. It's going to be so fun one day. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh.
But put it into your imaginary savings account. That way at least it's there.
I know. People say like put your money in like a high, or what's it called? Like a high yield or something. I don't know.
Never heard of that.
Like someone says you're not supposed to have it in like just like a Bank of America savings account. Like there's like, yeah, that's what I have it in right now. I just have it in Bank of America. And people are like, don't do that. Like, or what is it? Like interest, like where you want.
I have no idea. My savings account always turned into a checking account because I'd keep transferring in and out of it, and it's like you no longer get a savings, it's checking now. So I have like 5 checking accounts because my savings always turned into checking. I need to go back. Actually, I don't even have savings. It's just in one of the checking accounts, and I was like, I should probably put a savings account back. I don't even know the benefits of it. Like why even have I don't know. I don't know anything.
I don't know either. I just like I'm afraid like God, what if something were to happen tomorrow and I just don't have any money?
Yeah, I don't have any problem spending money. That's for sure. I love spending it. It's fun. It's like life's short, whatever.
I just have such guilt. I have such spender's guilt.
I get that now that I'm married because he's like the opposite. He hates spending. So now I get a little guilt. So I think I've stopped a little bit because I was feeling kind of bad. I was like, wow, I'm spending like all of our money.
Oh my God, I can't wait to have a husband. I'm like, and his money too? Yay.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It goes into one pile.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
It's kind of the best.
Oh my gosh, I've got to get married.
It isn't the best because I could never afford a house like that I wanted. And then when I met him, he had the same amount of savings as I had.
I remember you saying that. That's so lucky.
And I was like, ooh, because I always wanted to buy a house, but I always thought, well, then a guy's going to live with me and then I paid for this house. And it's like, no. So when I met him and I was like, oh, we have the same amount of savings. I was like, we should buy a house together. And then it like finally worked because I never would have bought a house. I don't think I would have ever saved.
I know. I want Tana to buy a house so bad because she's so rich.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's
I guess
bougie.
She doesn't want to like settle because it's a big decision, I guess.
It's a huge decision. Of course, there's a lot of things like again you have to think about, but she also has people. She has so many people to help her.
Yeah,
and her rent is like
insane. Yeah. It's always been insane. I'm sure. I don't know it, but I'm like you could just tell from where she lives.
Oh my gosh,
it is crazy.
I can't even imagine like. Knowing that I was losing that much money in a month. Oh my gosh.
It actually like stings. I think about when I used to rent houses for like $20,000 and I was just like, damn, I really wish I had that money now, but.
Right. It's like who has it?
But you know, when you're young, I just always look up to when you're young, you don't know. You don't know, like you said, taking care of a house and where you want to be. It's just like so much. It's a lot. So.
I don't ever want to be an adult.
Yeah, you don't have to be. Never grow up. What are you looking forward to this year besides tour?
Honestly, I think that might be it.
That's it. I mean, that's huge. I mean, it's your whole life right now is just touring. So
I know, I'm just having a lot of fun. I'm like I feel like my whole life has shifted. I have all new friends kind of. I have all new like things that I'm doing. I'm working out. I'm like just doing things I wasn't doing before. So I'm having fun with this for a second.
Yeah, you're like a whole new person. Your hair's down. I'm like,
wow. my hair is down.
When I saw you last time with your hair down, I was just like, wow, it like changes you completely. I was just like, wow. It
does. And I know, I don't know. It's like a stimulation thing. Like if my glasses weren't here, I would be like overstimulated.
It's just so cool. You just look like clean and Everything about you.
you.
I'm just like, I want to be you so
I know.
bad.
Stop, I love you.
The lip gloss application. Like, I'm like, where's my lip gloss? I need to apply some too. Everything about you. I'm
guys
just
make
like,
me I get so happy when I come here.
I was so happy. I could not believe you were able to come, like, literally within, like, a day notice. I was, like, so excited because I was like,
you could have told me you have to be here yesterday, and I would have.
well, we tried. Remember we tried? Well, I don't know. I was talking to Paige. I think you guys were supposed to come at, like, 8 a.m. one morning before the People's Choice Awards.
Oh, I know. Well,
That was wild.
you know,
That was wild.
I love Tana. Love her so much, but sometimes she just is too ambitious. Like the morning of the People's Choice, we had to be ready by like 3 p.m. And she's like, "We're gonna go do just Trish tomorrow." I'm like, that is like in itself.
8
That's
a.m.
we lose that's like 4 hours at least. You know what I mean?
I knew it wasn't going to happen because I was just like, that's a lot for me to get up to glam at 6 a.m. and then like just here at my house at 8 a.m. I'm like, there's just no way they're going to make it. So I kind of knew. I was kind of like, this is not, but it was like a day before you guys left for tour, which I love the ambition of it because you guys were like, we're going to film a tavern video. We're going to do I was like, and I didn't know you were going to the People's Choice Awards. Had I known that, I was like, oh, they're definitely not coming. But
I know. Well, I had to call her and be like, listen, because obviously I wanted to so bad, but I was like, it's not possible. Like we had to literally, I was getting my hair done at like noon. I'm like,
yeah, so Paige texted me at like 10 o'clock. I just like knew that. I was just like, it's like whatever. But it's funny. Anyways, the point of all that was I want you both here one time because I think it'd be cute to have you both in this like little pink chair
my
together.
God. I would love to.
Our season 2 premiere.
Yeah, that'd be everything. Literally, I know, because we're doing like less guests, not by choice. Just like I'm like running out of people to DM, but I was like, we're all having.
you just got to start repeating all the ones that people like.
I mean, that's what we've been doing. It's literally like you, Tana, Holly. That's it. It's like because. No, and people like all of them. Then everyone's been really great. Like I said, I'm always like surprised anybody wants to come on here. So people have been great, and if people want to repeat, I would love that. But it's just I run out of people to DM. I'm like, I don't know who else to DM to get on here.
I know we're the same way. Well, also like people hate when we have guests, literally, unless it's you.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's so interesting. But they've been good. Like the ones you've had lately.
I get it.
Good.
Maybe if we were better, like you're a good interviewer. Look, we aren't good at interviewing, so people are probably like,
are,
damn, like
though.
stop, give it up.
I love the way you interview because I love like the
like
bunny
natural,
jelly.
yeah.
The Jake Shane one was like so good because I've seen him on other people's.
Well, he's a friend. Yeah, he's a friend, so that's like different. We try to only have friends.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to go. Then it's
And now you have so many new friends. So
I know.
Yeah, all these girls you mentioned. I'm like, they could all be on your canceled podcast.
you just bring like hot aloe trainers one day and just like, yeah, that'd be good.
I know. I'm like, what's Harry like?
Oh my God. Does he ever talk about him?
Kind of. Well, he was like telling me, he's like, yeah, I've been to Coachella a few times. He's like, my best friend headlined a couple years ago, and in my head, I'm like,
I love him.
And then he's like, yeah, Harry Styles. I was like, oh. He goes,
Name
do you
drop.
know him? I go, yeah, I think.
Do you know? I gag when people say that. It's like, yeah, obviously.
So funny.
Even
I'm
if
like,
you're not sure. I stand anyone that anyone likes, honestly. I'm just like, if we love Billie Eilish, we love
I know,
Billie
your new
Eilish.
one is Chapel Rowan now.
Oh, yeah. When's she coming on?
July, she's coming.
Wait, actually? Oh, shoot. Okay. She'd come June if she wants. Or she
She's
can't.
on a world tour until July.
Just kidding. Do you know her Chaperone?
I like her one song, Casual.
Oh, yeah. That's a good song.
Did you see her at Coachella? Oh, she was on the same time Sabrina was, right?
I saw Sabrina. Oh, Sabrina was amazing.
I love Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know any of her songs. I just think she's beautiful.
Oh my God, I love her.
like
She's
her.
just like such a little performer. You know, she's 4'11". Like she's like 4'11".
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she
She's
was short.
this big, and she's just so. Oh my God, she's so cute.
You can't tell because Barry Keoghan's also short, so them together. It's like Ariana and Ethan Slater.
I think he's like 5'8".
Wow,
Very,
he looks huge compared
Yeah, so
to
he
her.
towers over her.
Yeah.
Because she's actually that
cute.
tiny.
I love when like small people get with small people because it's just like little cute
Me
little
too.
elves.
And then I'm like, good, you cancel each other out, and now the rest of us have the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I don't know what I'm
that's
talking about.
true.
I'm literally 5'3". I'm like, yeah, you guys can have.
But 5'3" is kind of tall now. I feel like there's so many short girls because I'm 5'3" too, and I kind of like feel like I tower over so many girls. Like Tara Yummy.
I know. Oh my
She's
God.
so tiny.
She humbled me so quick.
Yeah.
And she was at Coachella the whole time, like standing next to me. I'm like, you better.
She's so tiny and short.
She's so tiny. And it's like,
Yeah.
what?
And you being like 5'3", you think like I was that too. I'm like short.
I'm like
but
a whole head taller than her. I'm like, this is
How
never.
tall is she?
Like she's like 4'10", I think.
I mean, she's like 4'0".
Wow.
I think she's so short.
I mean, she looks like so petite.
But she's
Yeah.
also like little tiny. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't look even that short because she's. But when she like gets up from this, like it's
Yeah.
so cute. Like if she got down from this chair, her head would be here.
Yeah,
That's why
it's
her
so
big
funny.
boots. She looks so tiny.
Right. It's like the, what did you call it? It was like the Bratz dolls.
Yes,
Yeah, because
literally.
even like Tana's boots too made her look like a Bratz doll.
Uh-huh.
It's like, that's such a cute. That's what I'm saying. If you wore the big boots, you would look like a little Bratz doll.
I don't know. I'm trying to build up my leg. Like I really am trying
No,
to get
your
a
legs
little
are
leg.
good.
No,
Those
your
are
legs are
I
so
like.
good.
I
Coachella
love like a
photo.
muscular leg though.
But in the Coachella photo we use in the Patreon, I remember like
Oh,
when I was
yeah.
editing, I was looking at your legs and like the way you were posing, you could see like all the muscle.
definition,
Oh,
yeah.
See, that's
it
what
was
I've been working
wild.
on. That's what I tell Laura every time I get to Pilates. I say, give me some leg.
You were our fave Coachella look.
Oh
yeah,
thank
you
so
and
good.
Jake. Jake was our best dressed
Jake was
guy.
best
So
dressed man.
Let
Oh
him
my
know for
God,
us.
I will.
Yeah, and that Jake Weber was a close, but we went with Octopus because he looked just confident in himself, and I'm like, I love this.
He's so funny.
I love
He's
him.
like, God, you would love him. You have to have him
Okay,
on.
well, Jake, apologies if we've ever said anything.
Yeah, pass on the good word.
Yeah,
for us
pass on the
when
good
you're
word.
at
I never
Aloe.
know.
I will.
Sometimes I just talk, and then I'm like, I don't know, it sounds bad. So we love him. He's the it boy now. He really is the it boy, huh?
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone else more it boy than him.
No,
and
right?
he deserves
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I love him.
Shout out Shake Shane and
Octopus.
Octopus
I love
Lover.
when you call him Octopus.
That's his name. He's Octopus Lover. He's actually, I heard a book. I remember my management before this was like, oh, we can get him on, but like in May. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
well,
that's-
he's got like his opportunities right now. I'm like, geez.
Yeah,
Yes,
you gotta take
I
him.
agree.
We love that. I love when you can become like a best friend. Like people knew him from being like Sophia Range's best friend, and now he's just like his own thing. And I think that's everything. It's very Kim Kardashian out of Paris Hilton shadow.
Oh yeah.
He's the Kim Kardashian.
He's the new Kim K.
He's the new Kim K.
That's what they're saying.
yeah.
That's what the streets are saying. Yeah.
That's what the streets are saying. Brooke, I love you so much.
Yeah, I love you guys
like
so
seriously can't believe you came on. This is like such an honor. Check out Brooke on tour. Is it sold out? I don't know. Can they still get tickets?
I
Canceled?
think there's still some tickets for some of the shows.
And new dates soon.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah.
the new dates are coming.
New dates are coming very soon. I'm not sure when.
We're gonna come to one.
I thought you meant like am I going on any
Oh,
new dates?
and that
like,
too.
hopefully.
Zac Efron, whoever else we want to
Ted.
miss.
It was Zac Efron.
We love you guys. Thanks for watching.
Yay.
We'll see you on the next one. Bye.